And yeah,
Hold
Ross, I do
up.
have data. I have proof that fathers abandon their children. What the fuck are you talking about? Fathers abandon their children. Stupid. And these two motherfuckers right here, prime examples. Are you crazy? The proof is real. Men will leave their no, what you mean at higher rates? Fathers abandon their children. What are you talking about at higher rates of what? Of mothers? Yeah, he was teaching his daughter to be disrespectful, but he was willing to traumatize his daughter by his daughter getting cursed out by adults that would disrespect a child. Like he didn't care. He didn't care about his child being disrespected. Hey Serene. Hey Monica. Um First it was welfare, now it's mothers. You already know. But I think it's interesting that Ross is talking about where's the proof that fathers abandon their children. Where's the proof that they don't? Like, where's the proof that they ain't abandoning their kids? What the hell? But go ahead, Tara, my bad.
Man, they just talking about how they had a strained relationship. But he the one who told the story. Damn.
Rasta, you don't take care of your kid. You don't even have you. I'm not listening to your data that you done pulled out of a random homeless man ass. I'm not listening to you. You just be talking. You don't even take care of your own kids. You don't even take care of yourself. You probably ain't even brush your teeth this morning. I don't care if your kids got more money than the president. You a loser. You still a loser. You still the loser. If your kids got money, it ain't cause of you, truck driver, lot lizard lover. Like what the hell? But you said they was estranged here.
Yeah, that was a strange. I right now just see a bunch of stuff by Monique. Um, but his daughter told him that his friend had essayed her and he didn't believe her. He took his friend's side.
Sad. Bad business.
So Monique came out and said something about it, and he was beefing with her, talking about why would you open this wound up and like, all right, nigga, shut up.
Now why would we open up the
Don't open the wound up.
when your child
Don't open the wound.
is fucking crazy.
But
But that just goes to show you.
he chose his friend over his daughter. He like you lying, and then let that man come back over the house.
Around the child? Wow. He didn't give a damn.
You gonna look it up.
I wonder if I could find like a video.
Hold on. It's
I,
all I'm seeing is videos, and I can't play them right now. Hold on, let me watch.
okay. But yeah, y'all, like, why do these men be abandoning their children and then want to get all these awards? They want to be rewarded. No, I'm not adding you, Rasta. You could say what you need to say in the comments. We don't need you up here spitting and funking up the panel. You don't be talking about nothing. Cause if you answer, I'll let you up if you answer the question in the comments. Tell me why fathers abandon their children. Like what's the point of that? If fathers are important and they're necessary, why would a father abandon his child? Why? Because it don't make sense. Um, the thing,
Man, my internet trash right now. Hold up though, because them niggas
difficult mothers.
them niggas be lying. That's the thing. Difficult mother is crazy. Photos, come up here and tell us the story about how you a liar. But here's the thing, like y'all grown ass men, y'all be like the kids need the daddy or the kids gonna be fucked up. Well, go raise the fucking kids then. Photos, what you talking about?
She's talking about we supposed to move to eat. Let me fix it.
All I know is every time the mother's always
Oh, that
undermining
was
or
funny.
always trying to um It's always some type of undermine or some type of competition. Who got time for that?
I didn't see the question. Can you put it back up, please?
And no, I'm not saying that they should abandon their
I'm about to fix
kids,
I'm
but
about to
it
fix it. I
is
put too many
tough.
words in it.
It's tough. I personally think that sometimes people are on control, have control issues, and they trying to control other people. So you get, I mean, you, you're just not gonna try to control. Guys don't want to deal with that. That's
What?
what I would think. Control freaks. They don't want
What?
to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that.
So why you having kids? Oh, it's silent.
So you, I,
Have kids then.
I haven't.
Why wouldn't
Why?
they? Me and my dad best friends, not on Father's Day now. Yo,
Maybe that's you, and you may be an exception, but exceptions don't make the rule.
Hold up. You got kids, photo?
No.
Did you spend time with your daddy today?
Huh?
You spent time with your daddy today?
My father died. He died a
You went
long
to
time
you
ago
went to his
too.
gravesite?
No.
Do you know where it's located?
No.
So you ain't know that nigga.
No.
So that's why you mad.
I
So,
knew
so hold up. Your father fault or your mama fault?
to why she left
So
or
why
he
your
left.
daddy? Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking because I sit down and I'm thinking about the life I've had with my mother.
So who fault is it that your daddy wasn't ill? Is it your father's fault or your mother's fault?
I think it was her fault.
But it came back given the opportunity. No, a lot of times when a mother keep the father away, it's because they fucking toxic and they'll hurt the fucking kid. Now you got a
You think
mother.
so, really?
Hold up,
You
sir.
don't think
Sir.
the
No,
mother
no,
toxic?
sir. Hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. Pause, because yeah, we if you got boomer parents or from the silent generation, all them niggas fucked up. But here's the thing. Your daddy ain't fucking help. She had to work more hours. She had to deal with your big head ass by herself. Like your daddy wasn't nowhere to be found. He was trying to get fucked and fuck people, but he wasn't worried about what the fuck you was doing. See what I'm saying? Now here you go. The mamas ain't shit, but you ain't got no smoke for these baby daddies, including your own.
you, okay. Why do fathers abandon their children? I never knew why. The only reason that it could really give I'm abandoning this child is because they never wanted them in the first place. Like a lot of these men got breeding kinks. I never understood. They be having multiple baby mamas and multiple children. They don't want to take care of none of them. They just want to do what they want to do, honestly. And I don't think he know if it's his mom fault or dad's. I think he think it's his, and that's why he don't got none.
It's not that hard to be in your child life. Like, let's be for real. They
Really,
making it they be making it seem like the courts is like this fucking obstacle course. These motherfuckers are going into the military, but you can't go fill out a paper to go to the court. Like y'all full of shit. And a lot of these women, if you was available to get the kids, you wouldn't even have to go to the fucking court. That woman been begging you to come get them kids for how many fucking weekends, and you been freaking off and doing whatever. These niggas is full of shit, and they all got a fucking sob story. Their daddies was trash, and now they trash daddies, and they just want to blame women for it. This man don't even know what his father buried at. He couldn't find that nigga in the ground if he wanted to. And he's talking about his mama is the fault. That's y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all lost y'all damn mind. That woman stuck around, fucking raised your ungrateful ass, and now you want to be a bitch and complain because your daddy ain't give a fuck. He right now he at if you wouldn't it wouldn't matter if he was in the ground or above that bitch. He the same way either way. Ghost. That nigga ain't nowhere to be fucking found. What's up, Sama?
And it's that what I came up to say, like the blaming, it's the women's fault for making it difficult. And like the fool in the comments, the woman is difficult. So you abandon your children to them? Y'all make it so clear y'all don't care about children at all. And then you want us to continue having children and partnering with you. We hate you. We hate these kind of men. I hate you. I hope nobody partners with you ever if you're that kind of man. You blame your mama who stayed and raised you, as messed up as she probably was, and not the nigga who you don't even know where he buried. Dick work.
Do any of y'all have children? And if so, like, do y'all have like y'all husband or a man or a boyfriend in y'all life?
No, we don't be telling our business. We don't be telling our business.
Well,
But we
Because
be
the
asking them because they gonna tell us.
Yeah, because the thing is, they're gonna use it for that dumbass hierarchy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I'm a happy wife with children
smart
or I'm
women,
single
smart
forever.
women. Y'all
Yeah,
smart
Huh?
women,
I
so
want their mamas to hear them. I want their mamas to hear how they talk about them on this goddamn app. Because the next time you call her for money or somewhere to stay, I'm gonna play this shit back. Don't let that nigga in because they fucking dogging you on TikTok. However, you got your goddamn car insurance under your name, his cell phone plan under your name. You co-sign, you paying his child support, doing all this shit for these ungrateful ass niggas. He staying in your basement, staying in your name. You co-sign, you paying his child support, doing all this shit for these ungrateful ass niggas. He staying in your basement, staying in your room. You co-signing on the lease that he gonna fucking break is gonna be in your name. You co-sign on the car that he gonna default on is gonna be on your fucking credit. And then you got the nerve to come up here and say it's your mama goddamn gonna be in your name. You co-sign on the car that he gonna default on is gonna be on your fucking credit. And then you got the nerve to come up here and say it's your mama goddamn fault. That nigga nowhere to be seen. Couldn't have financed you because you don't fucking know him. Should have done everything to take care of you, and you up here dogging your goddamn mama. Couldn't have financed you because you don't fucking know him. Should have done everything to take care of you, and you up here dogging your goddamn mama out. You should be ashamed because your mama don't know you talk like this about her. You about to call her right now and ask her for $50. I fucking hate y'all.
Me and what's that?
Talk like this about her. You about to call her right now and ask her for $50. I fucking hate y'all.
Me and what's that nigga name that ran away from the jail? I don't know if me it is. We watched something Massey. Antoine Massey, right? I don't know if me it is. We watched something Massey. Antoine Massey, right? Antoine Massey on dumbass on the fucking news, looking dumb as shit. Talking about her son in the jail, and she got to send money to him because they only feed them every other day. This man to convince his mama that they not feeding him at the jail so he can get some money sent to that motherfucker. He probably on that fucking. He probably a candy head. And she on national TV looking like a fucking fool, talking about, oh, they don't feed them. They don't be feeding them. I gotta send them money. That's crazy.
Now
They
here's
they,
her.
they disrespect the mamas. They don't give a fuck about their mamas. Cause their mom. The thing is, the mamas be loving these niggas too much. That's the problem. Your mama love you too much. Your mama need to start shitting on your ass so you can kiss her ass like you kissing your daddy ass.
So you'll desperately want her the same way you want that daddy.
There you go.
I
Have them running after you. Have them running after you. Cut these niggas off. Cut them off. They fucking hate their mamas. Hate their mamas. This shit is crazy work. You get with a dude and start dating him, he start complaining about his mama. I'm telling you right now, he hate all women. If he hate that first one, you have no fucking hope. You have no fucking hope. He don't
Big
appreciate
facts.
shit that he did because he's living and breathing in front of you. He's standing in front of you. He at the dinner table with you on this date. So he obviously fucking made it. And he still may be at her house right now because he's trying to move into yours. Don't go for that shit. I'm trying to tell you, it is diabolical to hate your mom and come up here and talk this shit about a missing man that you don't know. That shit is so nasty that I can't imagine a woman saying, yeah. His mom did all this to him, so I'm going to fix it all. I'm going to do all the things his mama didn't do. His mama did all that plus more. And you about to pick up where she left off. And when he leave you and you put him out, he going right back to her after he dogged her out.
And the stepmama. He got an issue with the stepmama. And the other thing is, if he don't hate her, but he don't bother with her. He neglect her. He don't talk to her. He don't send her nothing. He don't call her. He don't go see her. That's how he's gonna treat you too. Really, how they treat their mama, how they gonna treat you. Except for mama's boys. That's not really true. They already locked in.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can. We did it before.
Okay, because I'm like far from my phone, but did Dex say something yet?
Go ahead, Dex.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thanks. How you guys doing?
Shit, we making it. I'm mad as hell, but don't get me started.
I just got home, but uh, I actually had a falling out with one of my brothers because of this. We almost got in a fight because of it. Because he keep making excuses for not wanting to be in his daughter's life and trying to blame everybody else. I laid into him. We almost fought about it, but I do even talk
What
to him
kind of his
about it.
reasons? Like, what their reasons be?
His excuse was he wants to teach her certain things or want to do certain things with her, and because he can't do it when he wants to do it, now he's going to walk away from her because too much people want to get involved. I mean, in her mom, like I was like, that don't make no sense.
It's the structure, Dex. It's the structure. If that woman has a schedule, trust me, it's the structure that she's trying to input. Hey, I'd like your child to have some consistency. Can you commit to getting her every blah, 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 blah? So the child starts to recognize there's a pattern of consistency with my parent. I can count on them for X, Y, and Z. If you try to put them on a schedule saying, hey, she needs a schedule, she needs to have it in her mind that she's guaranteed to interact with her parent, can count on the parent to be at a time. They don't want no schedule. They want to call when they want, if they bored.
Right.
And they bringing the child right back. But saying that this is something you can depend on, so maybe the mother can have a hobby and now she gets to do something every other Saturday, or maybe the woman gets to have a second job, whatever it is where you are
Or a,
depending on
or
having
a
that child,
date.
they're
Or a
not going to do that.
date.
Right.
So she could have a meet appointment, but no, that's what they worried about. You might be laid up with somebody. You don't get to have no free time. Yeah.
Well, he was mad that she moved on to someone else too, and I told him that straight to his face. He wants to be able to move on, but she can't move on. So, yeah, I told him all that to his face. He wasn't happy. I didn't give a fuck. But
See more of that, men. I want more men to say something at least. Like, you don't even have to come to blows, but at least say it ain't right. Say it every time you see him. Remind him, when the last time you saw your child? Make him uncomfortable. We should shun people and shame people. Like, that would do a lot.
It is about the scheduling. What I noticed is that men want to parent in a way that's convenient for them and how they want to do it. And it really don't have nothing to do with the parenting because they're gonna always move the goalposts. It really has something to do with, like y'all said, controlling the woman. So it is about because they feel like and sometimes it's black men in particular because of the way hegemonic masculinity work, or because of the way that they have to finesse the patriarchy for them to participate in it. They attach like smecks and making babies with to their power. So I can dominate and control women by leaving a bunch of babies with them and having access to them in that way. So it's heavily layered. But what up, Asian? What the hell? What the hell?
What you mean? What the hell?
I'm just rapping
No, I'm saying.
by
I
48.
mean,
I'm in 49.
as far as I know, I ain't got none out here. I ain't got no shorties. So
As
I'm
far as
just
you know,
as far. I mean, I got to keep it real. As far as I know, you
Or you
know,
might have kids you don't know about.
it's possible. That's why I said that it's possible. I mean, for most men, it's possible. Well, I ain't gonna say most men. For the men that ain't out here
So let me ask you a question.
extra fluffy, it's possible.
So
But
when so
huh?
no go just keep going. Go ahead.
But I think that a lot of the times it be the baby mama. She be used trying to weaponize the kid and
So that
trying
hold
to
up.
leverage the man. Huh?
So that's not your personal experience.
No. That's why I said what I said at first. Because I'm not speaking from personal. I'm just speaking from what I've
So why
seen
do
certain women is that they
okay?
will try to leverage.
Explain. Give us a better example. You've seen women. What have they done?
So they will do stuff like spend the money that's for the kid and or make up some or lie that the child need money for some reason just so they can get the money, or they'll spend the money that you already gave them for the kid and like I already spent the money. What else I'm gonna do? We need this, we need that, and like trying to force you to give. Like I've seen that happening to people, or try to leverage you because you messing with another woman. So now they trying to leverage you. Well, you can't see the girl, you can't see the kid because of this, or don't bring her with you, or like I done seen a bunch of different.
That sound like you've been talking to a bunch of lying ass niggas.
No,
What she
I
spend the
told you
money
I don't.
on?
I mean, I done
Pay
heard
the
Wait,
some
bills.
stories
what?
and I done seen
What
some
she
stuff.
spent? Wait,
To
what she
feed.
spend the money on? What money? Like he paid child
Man,
support like
y'all know y'all will
200. Hold
spend
on,
that
wait,
money
wait.
on some hand
Hold
nail.
on,
Y'all will
wait.
spend that money on
Hold on, I'm
anything.
talking. Shut up. Okay. So are you saying he like paid his little $200 child support and then she had another bill that was due, or she took all the money and got her hair done and the kids don't have no
I'm
food? What are you saying?
I'm saying it's like it could be multiple, and it could be like all different types of stuff. I need to go out. I need my hand nails done. We need food. We ain't got no food.
I
I
ain't
got a
told
bill
him
to
that.
pay.
Ain't nobody called a baby daddy and said, because I need to get my hair and nails done.
What?
You a
Is you
liar. Shut
serious?
up.
Is
You a
you
fucking liar.
serious?
Because you're not about to pay for that. Now, she would have
Man,
said, I need
it's baby
diapers,
daddies
or the
paying
child
all the
needs
bills.
Here-
clothes, or we need to pay
Here's
for
the thing
school.
about that.
You got baby
What?
daddies paying all the bills and they ain't even together.
You a liar. The niggas ain't paying all the bills.
What you mean I'm a
Most niggas
lie?
make $30,000. You ain't paying no
It's
bills.
dudes
Stop
out here paying the
lying.
bills and they ain't together.
Shut up. No, they not. You
What you
lying.
mean?
You're lying.
They taking care of
You're
their kid.
lying.
I'm
Ain't
not
nobody
lying.
paying all the bills on a woman they don't have no access to
I'm
no more.
telling
Most of y'all
you.
don't hardly want to pay child
Well, where the
support.
women is lying
Anyway,
in,
you're
because
a
I done
liar.
seen women say it. They lying in. Don't say I'm lying. They lying.
Okay, I got to
Baby daddy. They said they baby daddy. They call him to say I need my nails done.
Yes.
You're a
Yes.
liar. Somebody else talk to this lying nigga.
If you go on
well,
my
I'm
page,
not
it's a
talking.
woman that came to her baby daddy house with her new ninja talking about they homeless. They got kicked out. Can we spend the night? What is you talking about? Y'all will
The
do this
same
stuff.
thing. That's weird. That's
That's
not the same
worse.
thing. You a
Well, sometimes they
liar.
That's
be scared.
worse.
Hold
You're
on, they be
such a
scared.
liar.
But Darko always wanted to say something.
No, I was gonna say if she has to call him to say I need money, right there off the rip, he fucked up. If she ever has to reach out to him and she has a children and ever has to open her mouth or send a text to ask for anything, that means he's already fucked. So no matter what you say after that point, he's a fucking deadbeat because he should be sending money because he don't have his fucking kids living with him. I shouldn't
You
be
should
talking to
be
you
sending
about
money.
nothing.
Wow. I'm
You don't
saying
have
if he
or get
already
the
sent the money
kids
and she
or get the
spent it.
fucking kids.
What
It's
if she
one or
spent
the
the
other.
money he
It's one
sent
or the
already?
other. I don't care what the fuck I spend it on. Get the kids or send the money. It don't matter. That's what the judge gonna tell you. The judge are gonna tell her to bring her bills. Women don't have to bring their bills to court. They
So,
say how many days a month do you get your child, and your number is calculated, and now you got a child support court order on you. They don't ask
That's
her
what I'm
rent.
saying. So
They
say
don't
he
ask.
get her the money
Listen, they don't ask
say
for the
he get
rent.
her his monthly allotment, right? And she spend it. And then call him back. That's what I'm talking
so
about.
agent, so agent, so what is your suggestion in that situation? Should your children starve because she made a bad
What I
choice
would
and you
tell
chose
her is
her?
give
Hold
me
on,
the
wait,
kids.
shush, shush. And also, if
Bitch,
she's
you
using,
shush. Fuck is you talking
shut
about,
up,
you
I'm
dumb
talking, shut
bitch?
up,
Cock
shut up,
sucking bitch.
shut up, I'm
Fuck is you
talking, shut
talking?
up, shut your mouth, thank you. Anyway, so
He
if
left. Damn,
she's
what made him leave? He
I
Crash
left.
didn't do
Out.
it. I didn't do it. I ain't drop him.
No, he left himself.
Yeah, when
Oh.
nobody dropped them.
He's ignorant. But so if she's using the kids against you and da 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 da, and she used the money up, why do the children have to suffer for that? Why don't they care about children? Say she got a addiction or something. She done snorted all the money up. Should the children go hungry? And shouldn't you petition the court to get the children out of there?
That's the
You should
main
give a
part
fuck
right
about
there.
kids.
That's the main part. If she is spending the money you sending her, even though we know child support is a reimbursement, so the children have already been taken care of and you're paying back your portion. But if you feel like the mother is spending all of the money and being neglectful and not taking care of the children, not doing what she's was supposed to do, not responsible, then you need to take your children out the home and you need to raise them. But they don't think that's an option. They don't believe in taking care of their own children. They want to come up and say the same story. I want y'all to take note. All the men say the same thing. All the men all over the place, whether they in prison, whether they in a homeless shelter, whether they are on probation, whether they stay with their mama, whether they getting bent over on the weekends, no matter where, the UK, in Asia, in the jungle, no matter where they are, all the men say that the woman is waging a child against them because they're jealous that they got a new girlfriend, or they're spending all the money on hair weave and lashes and all this type of stuff. They all say that's always what it is. Yeah, even in that part, it's niggas in the gravesite right now talking.
Anything but get them kids. Anything but get them kids. Trust me. Now he get a woman now. He get a girlfriend and she move in and he on child support. Or he going to get 50-50 custody so he can get all that child support. Or he going to do it then. I got a woman in the house to take care of these kids. I come get them now just 50% of the time though. I don't want full custody, but if I do 50, I can go ahead and get out this child support order. Come on now. But as
And leave
long
that
as he
baby right
live
with
alone,
him.
he live with his mama, he'll get custody. He live with another woman taking care of him, he'll get custody. If he is by himself, he does not want them kids. He is not coming to get them kids.
These men act like women be strong arming them for the kids. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, she just won't let me have access to be with the children. And the shit is crazy because when they do talk about child support, if she took that check and got her hair done, her nails done, did a little like girls brunch or something, if it can go that long, it don't change the fact that when you have a child, you have to have somewhere for them to sleep, so your housing expenses are more. You have to pay for extra utility expenses. You have to make sure they're eating. You have to make sure they got extra career. It's so much shit you pay for on a day-to-day basis with kids, and the amount of time she's spending with them kids. And these motherfuckers still be like, oh, she gonna take my money and do this or whatever. And this man coming up here and talking about he was paying all the bills. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Of course ain't no nigga out here paying all the bills and then still bitching about a couple more dollars for some nails. Niggas, you lying. And you know you are.
Just saying that. They just be saying shit just to be saying it. And what was real sickening to me,
Y'all gotta tap the screen. Damn, y'all.
oh yeah, what was real sickening to me is when he said that he don't even know if he got kids or not. So that let me know you make poor decisions. So y'all think that y'all get to sleep around with women unprotected and leave your semen in them, and then be shocked that they're not the ideal baby mama who will let you run over them. You didn't know her. You should have picked the woman who was going to justify you being absent instead of holding you accountable in the courts. Y'all should have knew better.
But at the end of the day, the interesting thing, the question is, why do fathers abandon their children? And all the niggas want to talk about is the women.
Yep, as always. You know what's funny too is, okay, so here in Colombia, every man that I've met, just about every man that I've met, except for one who was LGBT, and maybe one other, who's European or African American or U.S. American white man, every single one of these dudes has a baby here, a young baby. They have a child here under 5 years old. Every single one. And so I talked to one yesterday. He was like, I mean, well, the women get more attention. We don't get more attention here. I get the same amount of attention as I get in the U.S. None of the women I know here came here and had a baby. Every single one of them. And I'm like, it's like y'all can't, you make poor decisions, can't control yourself. Like, you go to another country and just make a baby? Do you do this everywhere?
It's on purpose. It's on purpose, Summer.
I don't understand that at all.
No, it's a trapper.
I remember my buddies was trying to convince me to actually, like, the next person I was with, like I had sex with, was to just do it, like just stay in. And I'm like, what? Because I never did that before. even with protection, I would always pull out. I never trusted it. But for the main point, I wasn't ready to have any kids or even had a
That's
chance.
what I was trying to explain to Alexa. You
Right?
need to get that.
So I had my buddies literally was telling me that I'm not a man because I've never experienced that. And I should do that the next woman that I
But
deal with.
do you think that's because of corn, or is this like some, you know, baby making thing, breeder stuff? Like because of corn and the money shot and this and you know, I feel like it's a big deal because of that. Even so much so that Rainbow Men, that's part of corn for them too now. Like it even matters, but like it's like a thing. Like so, I don't know. What do you
No,
think?
they were telling me it just feels good. Like I'm missing out. It feels good to
Wow.
stay in there. And I'm like, wait a minute, like so I
Well, of
suppose
course,
to risk
but the
having a
risk,
baby,
yeah.
risk having a baby with somebody who I we haven't had no serious relationship with. It's just fun. Like what I mean, we haven't talked anything about like anything on that level, right?
Gas, hold on, Dex. Gaslight, you got to turn your camera on, then turn it back off. Your screen's low. And go ahead, Dex.
Yeah. Like I supposed to risk that just so I could feel good for a couple seconds. Like you know what I mean? Like I supposed to risk that.
And your life and your health also, not even just the baby.
Right.
And she didn't consent to it, so really, on
Right.
some level, it's great if she didn't agree to that. Like, and you just
It
gonna
is
do it.
great.
It's sick.
And it's stealthing. Isn't that the
Yes,
term?
so
Yeah, because it's only one woman I've ever done that with, and that's when I was ready to have a child. And you know what I mean? Like,
There goes my baby. There she go. There she go. Don't hide. Don't run away. My
This
bad.
nigga done interrupted the live, acting like
Man,
a baby daddy.
man, fuck all that. I just want to tell you, what's up, my baby mama? What's good with you? Looking all beautiful there with a little bun. What's good? Mia, what it do? You just do something to my heart. You just made me smile. Look, she can't help herself. Look, don't try to act gangster now. You know how we be talking on the phone.
Now this
Mm.
nigga lying. Flashy, go on mute.
My bad,
No,
my
I'm
bad.
just here to beat him to the camera because he about to cam
Cause
up
he
and
about
show
to
that
cam
goddamn
up.
t-shirt.
Everybody need to cam up because this
Cause
pretty
now
bitch
I'm
Nah, I'm
gonna
laying
get
good.
on
down. I'm laying down.
camera.
I'm gonna spare
Go
you this time. I'm
ahead.
laying down.
He about to
I'm
cam
like
up.
this pretty
Yeah.
bitch gonna get on camera.
Hold up. Dark horse.
Look,
This how you look like? Oh,
Dark
you
Horse
not
is
that, I ain't
gorgeous.
gonna lie. You ain't not as bad looking as I thought. Your pictures don't do you justice though. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang.
Dark
I ain't
Horse
gonna lie.
is
Hold on.
beautiful.
I ain't wait,
You
pause.
are ugly, Flashy.
Let me
She
give her
is
her
Don't
compliments.
gorgeous.
mention.
Let me give her her flowers. Damn,
Don't
relax.
mention nobody else's looks. That's a backhanded compliment. You better come
Hold
correct.
on,
Good.
man. Fuck all that.
Start
Dark
over.
horse.
Because
Hold
ugly men
on. Let
shouldn't
me
be
give her
talking
her
like that.
flowers.
Start
Dark
over,
horse.
ugly. Start over.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't. You feel me? Like, your pictures didn't do you justice, but you valid. You feel me? I don't know if you might still be a big girl, but I don't know. But either
Real
or,
big. Real big.
you got a real pretty face.
Real
I give you
big.
that. I give you that. You got a real pretty face.
Super big.
I'm not. I actually believe you. But your face card valid. I know that bitch never decline. Your face card never decline. Hey, shout
I'm
out to
telling
the
you,
big girls.
Flashy is
Shout out to the big girls with pretty faces, man. I love that for y'all.
And big
and,
girls for life.
and
Hey,
shout out to the men with little booties that jiggle.
my shit strong as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I be doing squats and shit.
Whoa,
So my shit. I got like my.
Yo.
I ain't gonna
you
lie. My
doing
whole like no
Hebrew?
cap. You know I'm comfortable with my section. I don't gotta give a fuck about what they talking about.
Oh,
That shit
gaslight,
on. Yeah,
stop.
that shit don't even work on me. But anyway, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm my muscles. You know I'm a little buff ass, little tight buff nigga. You feel me?
He
Tight
said
shit.
his booty hole tight,
I know that
strong.
spirit.
That what you just
Okay,
said. You said I
gaslight.
got muscles. It's
We ain't
tight.
gotta
That
go that
what you
far now.
said. That what you said.
She said booty.
Gaslight.
She said booty. She didn't say
I
booty
hear
hole.
it.
You went to the hole like that. And that shit is tight too,
I
cause
mean,
ain't shit in
that's.
there. Feel me? Ain't shit
Hey,
penetrating
whoa!
that
Don't
shit.
tell
You
me
feel me?
that. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, gang. You feel
I
me?
don't want to. I don't want to know.
Now
I don't
I
wanna
need you to imagine
know.
that shit, motherfucker. Now you don't put
I
that
don't
shit
want to
Look,
down.
hold on,
imagine it.
Flashy. Hold on. I'ma imagine it, and when you was like, I do
Mm.
something to you. I know, I get you wet.
And
I
you
get
got
it.
some big lips. Damn, Mia. Ooh, you kinda and you glowing. Ooh, shit. Lift your
Flashy. Now
lift
you
your,
not.
lift your neck up a little bit. Let me see if I can wrap my hand around your neck real quick. Lift your neck up. Come on. Lift your chin up. Come on.
and not the nimble fingers.
We'll talk about it. Just chill, Tara.
This man, this Lord, you got the he look. He needs some help. But hold on, Flesh. You done derailed the conversation. We got to get back. Hold on, D Wiz. Hold on, D Wiz.
Where D Wiz been at?
Talking about which chin. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
All of our chins. Fuck you.
Y'all be coming, man. Y'all be getting quick with y'all jokes. Fuck y'all. I can't even say nothing.
What a stray. I sure did.
We done caught strays. Damn. Leave big people alone. We minding our business. But
Never.
anyway,
You would never.
God damn, y'all can't stay off our necks. No matter which neck, y'all can't
Y'all
get off
next
it.
on.
Okay, hold on. Dex was saying something important. And we done lost the plot, but I was saying that was stealthing, and that is great. And Summer right. It's like men negate all the other dangers. And the thing that's interesting, how these men end up with these all these kids everywhere, that they be denying that they have, or they don't know that they have, is because men don't, like, men be trying to talk about women and smells and looks, but men don't care. I done heard so many men talk about how they pushed through, even though something went right, they still did it. So that tells you all you need to know. So yeah, I just want to lay that out there. The men's be nasty, but who was next? Let me see. Go ahead, 30. Wait, who was next, Dex? Okay, go ahead, 30, so we can get back focused. What up, 30?
Let's take a vote if he gonna crash out today.
Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all think 30 gonna crash out. Put a 2 if you think he gonna be cool.
He not at work, so I don't know.
Not all at once.
I don't know. He may have smoked his, stuff. He may be all right. We'll see.
We gonna have to see him. I thank y'all for participating. Big time. Hey, Inchworm. Go ahead, Gaslight, because I don't know what 30 doing.
It's okay. He not important. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Gaslight?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
That's good. Oh, and happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
No
If
problem.
only I had kids.
You somebody daddy, nigga. I know. I can
I'm
tell.
somebody's daddy. You
I
right.
can tell. I can tell.
Yeah. So to the topic, it's quite simple. And hear me out. If you got an STD, you'd get rid of it, right? Because you got something you don't want. If you got a boyfriend that you're tired of, you get rid of him because you got something you don't want. So when fatherhood is forced upon these men, it's just something they don't want. So they abandon them. Yes, Summer, I am an alchemist. In fact, I'm about to go do some stuff with gold here shortly. Yeah, very much an alchemist.
Wow.
But yeah, just
That's
getting rid of
cruel.
things you don't want.
It's cruel, but I guess it's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they don't want them babies, and people know it. They know it, but they still black.
No, it even be the ones that they act like they want, though. Thank y'all for reaching my goal. That's
because
like,
the babies look like them. Them niggas don't love themselves.
My baby, well, not my baby mom, but my girlfriend gave me a gift card to Planned Parenthood today. And I don't know what that means exactly, but it's like $500 on that thing. So I'm
gift
excited
card
about that.
For Planned Parenthood. What the hell? What?
Yeah, it's so thoughtful.
Yeah. Did you go get tested? It sounds like you need to go get tested.
What I'm gonna do that for? I already got
Or
tested.
maybe y'all got a procedure to pay for.
I'm the shit. I already tested. I'm the shit.
Full
Only
panel?
need to do that test once a year.
Well, maybe once a year if both of y'all not doing nothing else. Maybe not. Vasectomy. Somebody mentioned vasectomy. Go get a vasectomy. You don't want no kids, right?
I don't think that's what she gave it to me for. She just saying, hey,
But you could do that.
Why would
A
I do that?
vasectomy is very sexy, right, ladies? That's a
Mm-hmm.
turn on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Woo.
shit! Stop talking dirty, Summer.
I can't walk
Niggas say he
around
got a
here.
vasectomy. I'd be like, ooh. Say what?
I'm gonna put vasectomy. You know what? Let me see if I. Let me see. I can't get a vasectomy
Why?
because you can only get one in a lifetime.
So you done had one before?
Hell yeah.
Okay, go. I mean, okay, gaslight. Now you gaslighting.
Listen, I had a vasectomy party and everything. I got a
Well,
picture of the cake somewhere.
why should give you the Planned Parenthood card to get rid of an AB if you get a woman pregnant if you got a vasectomy?
I don't know what the gift card's for. I just know that it's a gift card and I'm gonna use
Why
it
didn't
to the best of my abilities.
Why didn't you ask her? Do you speak to her?
Yeah. They said you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and since it was a gift, I'm not looking that horse in the mouth.
I don't know why y'all be lying. Like, what's the point of it? Is it funny? Is
Got
this a
Trolling.
nothing.
joke? Am I missing
You
it?
trolling.
They be
Is it troll?
trolling.
You
It's just troll.
trolling.
Like, what a waste of everybody's time.
And I don't know who he trolling. I don't know if he trolling us or if he trolling the men's.
You know what, Summer? I apologize for wasting your time. I'm gonna go get this gift card and I'm gonna split it in half and I'm gonna give you 250 of it and I'm gonna keep 250 of it.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm not sleeping with none of you niggas. No, thank you.
You can stay woke.
Spread
That's
it around
fine.
to the community. Why don't you go donate to Planned Parenthood? Because they're like, cutting the funding and a lot of people don't have necessary health care. I have gone there in my 20s, but I didn't have health insurance, and it's a great place to go to get the health care you need. And by the way, you should get tested at least once a year, but you should probably get tested more than that, especially y'all who doing other things or your partner is, at least every 6 months. Full panel. So you don't be spreading it around.
Facts. Y'all hear that, gentlemen and ladies?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you
Some
know,
stuff is dormant. Some stuff can show up out of nowhere. So you need to know your status. And a lot of people don't understand that. Everybody's body's different. There are some things that are generally understood. They can give you a general idea. Like they can say, oh, typically symptoms show up this amount of time and they look like this. But that doesn't mean that is, yeah, that's true. They do. That doesn't mean that it shows up that way all the time. You may be different. You may be asymptomatic. So you need to be tested. It's a whole lot of things, but yeah. And if you can't remember the last time you did it, or you forgot, or you trying to remember, go get it done now. Monday tomorrow.
They counting on their women to get tested and let them know what their status is. Because
Hmm.
that woman go to get checked out. Whatever her status is, that's mine. She goes to the doctor. She'll come back and tell me what I got or what I gave her, you nasty fuckers.
Yep. But at least, if nothing else, at least a year. At least every year. At least. At least. And if we change the stigma around certain things, then it wouldn't be so hard for people to know their status. So, like, stop thinking of it like it is what it is. Go get tested. Go get tested. Ain't nobody saying you got to tell your business, but you need to know so that you're not spreading things, so that you're not harming people, and so that you can do what you need to do. So I don't know how much to tell y'all. Get fucking tested. Get tested at least once a year. And wear protection.
I was
Wrap
with
it
you
up,
until you said that shit.
huh?
Yes.
Said I was
And
with you
just
until you
because
said that shit.
Vasectomy and
Which one time I
condoms
said
are the
what?
and
same.
just because you're
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Hold on. Which one time I
wear
said what?
protection.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
No, wrap it up. Go ahead, Summer.
Is that what he said?
Mm-mm. Put
Ew.
a condom on it.
He
Listen, your
nasty. He got
mother.
that
Stop
dirty.
that.
Oh.
That's
And
a
one,
dirty D. That's
let me say
gross.
this real quick too, y'all. Y'all, this the thing. Okay. You need to be able to see people. That's true. But y'all also need to understand. Sometimes, like, for example, what is it? Like cold, what they call it, cold sores, which is still what is it, HS, whatever it is. Some people get cold sores in their nose. you need to know people's status, because if they get a cold sore in their nose, you won't see it. And if they give you head, it's a chance that you could get it. So it's important that y'all, I'm not trying to scare nobody, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta be mindful. Don't let these men play with you. Get checked and look in people's nose. Look in their throat. Tell them to say ah. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Sorry. I worked at a health unit.
No, they be turning the light off and don't be looking. You need to expect people.
You better turn that light on.
And it's only like 2
Also,
that's
like,
visible, and like 10 is not. Like, come on now.
and even if you're not doing it, even like what I said, oh, I don't need to because I'm not sleeping. I still get tested every year, even though I'm not doing it now.
At least a year.
Because like she said, some things are dormant. You never know. Also, what happened with a lot of people getting long COVID now is that if your body was fighting off HPV and it was okay or something, like because of having that, like now it won't fight it and you might have cells. So you need to keep up with all your medical stuff as well, because dormant things that you got, there are STIs from way back when that you wouldn't know, like can reawaken at any time, or when you have a baby or something. And men, just because your partner, just because your woman got tested and she didn't have nothing, you are not safe.
Nope.
Okay? Things are dormant. You might carry whatever you cannot, because so many men don't get tested and they say, well, she got tested. Or when she was pregnant, she was tested. You need to go get tested.
And like you said, when
your
you talk
meat
about,
is not going to work. I know you don't care about your life and her. Your meat going to stop working and fall off.
and when you talked
Don't go
about
get
like
that stuck.
with HPV, like HPV usually cures itself up, but like Summer is right. You need to still monitor it and be in front of it, because it can cure itself, but sometimes it doesn't. So, or because of the COVID thing she was talking about, it's so many different things that change that you just need to be aware about. You could get sick for something else, it could trigger something. The point is get tested. But the other thing is, those of you who live in places where you are like in public, or you use public transit or whatever it's called, I seen a video of a man who had like a weird rash up here. He went to the dermatologist and it was like it might be HSV1, which is a weird place to get it. But they were saying that he had a pimple. He might have touched the bench on the bus, and it could have been somebody infected with HSV1. And he touched his forehead and it ended up on his forehead. So y'all also need to wash your hands and not be nasty, not be digging all in your face, all in your nose. Yeah. Be careful. And I'm talking to men, because a lot of women do typically, keep hand sanitizer and things, because it's like a girl thing to do. But it's like, men, y'all act like y'all don't have to wash your hand. Y'all be leaving out the bathroom, or you touch the door to the bathroom. You don't wash your hand when you first get in the bathroom, but you pull your thing out and you put your hand on your peen after you touch the door.
She right. I seen some of y'all dudes. I mean, not some of y'all. I don't know you niggas, but people do be walking out the bathroom not washing their hands, or they'll wash their hands and then grab the door handle. Use a paper towel. Don't throw your paper towel away until after you're completely out of the restroom. I shouldn't have to teach you niggas this, but I will.
But at least hand sanitizer, wash your hand before
They
you use
don't
the bathroom, so
care.
you're not touching your body.
But Mia, they see us do that, and they still don't care. They'll still do the opposite. They see women do that. Come on now, they don't give a fuck.
Hey Mia, after I put some hand sanitizer on, I can touch you.
No.
She
No,
put a lot
stop
of.
women. Stop letting men with their dirty hands touch you down there. If the man can get a forehead pimple, what you think can happen down there?
But Mia, I ain't got a forehead pimple, so can I touch you now?
No, touch yours first. Put your fist up your ass, and then we'll talk.
Whoa.
There's a bum bump somewhere.
It ain't. You want, matter of fact, you want to come find out? Now that I know that you a pretty face big girl, I'll give you a full. You get to check all the crevices. Go ahead.
But drop fee is one light is crazy. But go ahead, Flashy, answer the prompt, because we done got in our public health bag real quick.
Tight shit. I support y'all for that. Y'all keep that up. Keep spreading the good word. You feel me? Good job. Why do fathers abandon their children? Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I could never respect niggas that lead their kids. But there's a but. If try to weaponize that kid against you, it's cutting them kids. I ain't gonna lie. That's my personal belief. But But if a woman genuinely wants you to be in the kid's life and you abandon, like you a bum ass dude. Like I could never have no type of respect or remorse for those type of dudes. But like I said, if a woman is using the kid as leverage, specifically like that's her whole intention is to weaponize the kid so she could have a one up because you broke up with her, you don't want to be with her.
Thank you, Lady Q.
Fuck them kids. I'll talk to them when they ass get older.
He always got a
Like your daddy
caveat.
did you like that.
Wait, say it again, Summer.
Your daddy did you like that. Oh, you heard. He left.
My
He
parents are
said,
married.
F you.
My parents are married. My
Fucked
parents are married.
up.
My parents are married.
Well, what's
My
wrong
dad been
with
in
you?
my life
Because
all
you
my life.
real fucked up in the head. You real off. So what's wrong with you?
I'm trying to understand where you got that from.
I mean,
You
what you
dumb as
said was
hell. You just said that
crazy.
if she weaponized the kids, you said F them kids. What kind of deadbeat?
Wait,
What kind
hold
of
on.
fatherless behavior is that?
So
You're the
He
gross.
not
hold on.
wrong.
So let me respond to that. You know how weird that sounds? So instead of acknowledging or being upset that a woman would weaponize her kids to a man that wants to be in his kid's life, but you're more upset because the man decides to choose peace for himself
Because I
and say
care
fuck
about
her.
children, dumbass. Children, innocent
And
children. Your
that's the
children,
problem.
you weak
That's the
loser.
problem. You
You don't
believe a
care
man.
about
Hold on.
children. That is the problem.
Okay.
You
We
care
heard your
about
point.
your feelings, not children.
Okay. We get your point. You believe a man should get mentally tormented for the rest of his life to be a father.
Focus on the
That
children. Focus on the children. Turn it around. And what do we believe? What do you believe about the children?
it don't
Because I don't give
fucking
a fuck
matter
about
about
the
the
man. What do you believe
listen.
about the children? Talk about the children in that situation. What should happen to them?
The children have a horrible fucking mother, and they should despise the
Yes. So
mother.
what should happen? What should you as the father do if the mother's horrible? What should you do?
What should you do? Obviously, you should do your best to try to get them. But once that shit
No,
plays
no,
out,
stop. No. Stop right there. You
that's not
should
an end all
do
be all.
stop. You should do what you have to do to get your children away from that horrible woman, right?
How
Not
long?
abandon your
How
children
long?
unless you're a weak
How
loser
long?
like you.
How
Only
long?
weak, hold
I
on.
don't have
Only
kids.
weak ass
I don't have
loser
kids.
men like you
I
would
don't have
say it's
kids.
okay
So
to
your
abandon the
argument is
children
weird.
because the woman is horrible. You're terrible. You're a horrible person, and you should
I
quit
don't
saying
think
that.
I'm cool with
I'm a
that.
terrible,
I'm cool with
horrible
all of that good
person.
stuff. But hold on. So how long should that father fight? How much money should that father spend?
Forever. All the money, the children. Stop talking about
Dumb
my
as fuck.
father and
Yeah.
focus on the
You see that
children
right there?
forever.
You see
However
that
long
right
it
there?
takes.
That's
Whatever it
exactly
takes
why I
to get
said
them away
fuck
from
them
that woman.
kids.
Do you care about the children?
It
Focus,
don't matter.
refocus. No,
Them
talk
kids
about the
do not
children.
trump you.
No, you still can't
Them
talk about the
kids do
children. We're
not
still
trump
talking about the
you.
father.
What are you talking
No,
about?
turn it around, Flashy. The
Them kids do
children.
not
Let's talk
trump your
about the
mental
children.
peace.
No, talk about the children. What about
Fuck
their
them
mental
kids.
peace?
Fuck them kids. And
So,
what you
so,
said
so
was
Okay,
I
then
weird
got,
as
I got,
fuck
I got
you.
questions.
what you
Then
I
said
got,
fuck you
was
wow.
so
too.
goofy, bro. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie. The fact that you
Be
believe
mad at each other.
hold on. The fact that you just said he should spend all of it forever, which means fuck being at mental peace. He gonna have to keep sacrificing over and over for the rest of his life because a woman wants to be vindictive and he's somehow supposed to be the bad man. Fuck you and fuck that woman and fuck them kids. What the fuck is we talking about? That's weird as fuck.
Well, I mean,
Talking about
well, I
Father must have
mean,
been horrible.
trying to punish a father that wants to be in his
Your
kid's life.
father must be a horrible father
He's a
if
great
that's the way
father.
you feel.
Great father.
He's horrible because he
All the
raised you and
projection
you're
in
a
the
piece
world
of
does not
shit.
change my
It is
reality.
Father's Day and this is what
All
you're saying. You're a piece of shit.
all the
So that
projection
tells
in the
me
world doesn't change
that
my
your daddy is
reality.
a piece of shit. Your daddy
All
ain't
of your
shit. He
projection
raised a
doesn't
piece of
welcome
change
back,
shit
the
nigga
fact that
Gia.
I
like
had a
you
great
who
father my
runs up
whole
here
life.
looking for attention
My
every
father was
day
there my whole
because you're weak and
life.
insecure and
My
fuck you
whole
because you say
life.
fuck the kids.
The projection doesn't
Horrible
work.
daddy.
This is the
Horrible
wrong
daddy.
guy. Like, I would get it if I didn't have my daddy in my life, but he been with me my whole life. My whole life. And my parents are married.
So,
Try
Every
again.
talk tells us you shouldn't have
Try
had him. He was
again. Try
horrible. You would have
again.
done better
But
without him
you
because
said,
he
but
turned out to be
Flashy,
some shit.
Find
but
another
Flashy,
guy
even with
that don't
what
have
you're
a dad.
saying, you're saying if your mom broke up with your dad, that he could have abandoned you if
That's
she
not
didn't
what I said though.
let me
Men don't do
know. Hold
that.
on. I'm making a scenario because this ain't what happened. So I'm making a
No,
scenario.
not even that though. But that's not even the scenario you could use though. I said if she's wearing the kid against them.
I'm not meeting you. Hold
I
on.
know you're not. I know.
Let them finish. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Like I specifically said, if the woman weaponizing the kid against the father that wants to be in the kid's life, so that has to be the scenario come up. Not no, oh he broke up. No, it has to be she's using the kid
I'm
as
saying,
leverage.
so if your mom did that, you would be like, yeah, my daddy should have abandoned me.
Oh God, I would understand as long as he
I
come
think
back later in my life and explains it to me like, hey bro, I tried, but your mom did X, Y, and Z. I'll say, you know what, fuck you, mom, because why would you do that?
So he
Why
got
would
to
you?
explain it later. So you going to hold out hope.
On God, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take that L for them 18 years. But once you old enough where I can see you, matter of fact, personally, I think he should spin the block when the kid like 16. Like, hey, bro, let me tell you real quick. Hey, I'm your dad, bro. I know your mom gonna say a lot of bullshit. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you what it is from my
But
side of
she
the story.
not. No. Hold on, Flashy. Hold on. She's not saying a whole bunch of bullshit. Regardless, if we even accept what you're saying, you're giving the man a justifiable reason to abandon the child. So nobody's lying. He abandoned the child. You say that the reason he did it is okay, but it don't change the fact he abandoned his child.
I'm not here arguing the abandonment part, right? I'm
He's
not arguing.
abusive. He's abusive. So if somebody say
Mia,
your dad was abusive, they will be right. Nobody's making that up.
listen. First of all,
That can go both ways though, Mia.
literally,
Because
literally, keeping the kid away from the
if
father is
he
abusive as fuck. But
exactly that's
that's
abusive
not
to
even
the
the argument I'm
child.
having though. It's the fact that I say weaponized, which means it has nothing about her telling the kid shit about the dad. It's about,
But
okay, I'm gonna make you go to court. I'm gonna tell the courts you did this. I'm gonna tell you the courts you did
so
that, so you don't get.
hold on, because you're right. Y'all right. The woman keeping the child away is abusive. So take the child away from her.
Once,
Yeah,
but
that sounds good saying. Here's the reality of it, right? It's a lot of guys who really love their kids, and women weaponize those kids. Yeah, I mean, they weaponize the kids against that man, and he end up offing all of them.
But wait,
It's
hold on.
just
Wait, go
bad.
finish because I gotta ask you a question. Because when y'all say, because this comes up a lot where men are like, women weaponize the kids. So why? What's happening? What's going on with the dynamics?
they broke up. She wanted
They
a
be
family.
mad.
She's bitter. She's sad. She wanted that little fantasy that she had in her head. He don't want her to be with her no more. So now she's salty. She bitter as fuck, and she
So the
wants him to suffer.
fantasy, so the woman reacts because she had a baby with somebody and she wanted to be with them and they're not together. So she's reacting salty.
Yes, like there's one
So
thing
it
to
don't have
not.
nothing to do with the way he's parenting. So he's not picking the kid up whenever he feel like it.
No, no,
He
no, 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 no.
halfway paying. Everything else is good. The only thing she's mad about is that the relationship has dissolved.
Exactly. Like he wants
It,
to be in the kid's life. He wants to be an active father, but she's making it hard. We're talking about that specific scenario. And I
What
know.
does an active father do? What does that look like? Maybe we need to get a definition of
Okay,
what that
fair enough.
looks
An
like.
active father, right? Somebody that's not just there when it's convenient for him. Someone that genuinely wants to be in his kid's life as much as possible. Not when it's convenient, not on the weekends. Like, hey, I want to see my kid Monday through Sunday if possible, right? If I can see my kid, I want to see my kid. We're talking about that type of father. We're not talking about somebody that just wants the kid. Oh, I pick him up on Sunday and bring him back on Sunday afternoon. No, we're talking about a dude that wants to be in the kid's life every day if he could. You feel me? We're talking about that type of dad.
What
So
about the
folks,
money? Is there
and
money?
he got the money too. He's not a rich man, but he's just stable enough where he could take care of him and the kid.
So I'm saying, if the child is with the mom, is he paying child support on time, consistently? Is that an act of father to you?
Paying child support if he's in the kid's life as much as the mom.
I knew he
No.
was gonna do that because they trade the time. They think
No, hold on.
trading time.
I'm asking a clarity question. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
No,
because
no.
we didn't mention the custody arrangement. He's talking
I've
about a man
asked
who
you a
want.
question, baby
I
girl.
know, I heard you. He's talking about a man who gets to pick the kid up whenever he feels like it. So
Right.
she's not saying yes now, or we have plans, or you didn't schedule this, or why can't we stick to a schedule? He's gonna say she's using the kid against him. She just mad because he got a woman.
You're creating a scenario that I'm not.
No, but that's what happened, Flashy. That's
No,
the
but
part that y'all leave out. When men defend this, y'all leave out very vital information. Y'all leave out, like, a man to be like, man, I be trying to see my kid every day. She won't let me. Yeah, I live an hour away from you. I'm not going to meet you halfway, and you're not just gonna pop up at my house, hang out at my house, and see your kid when I got stuff to do. I need to clean, I need to cook, I have my friend that might be coming over. Like, I have a life. I'm moved on. We're done. Why do you think you can just show up? We need a schedule. You need to get the kid Wednesday to Sunday on one week and Monday to Wednesday on another week. You need to pay me
okay, let's go with that.
$50 a week, whatever. We need to have a schedule.
Let's go with that. Let's say she created a scenario, the schedule. The day she said he picks the kid up every single time. You still believe that when he picks the kid up every time, he still should pay child support, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it depends on the
Why?
time. Yeah.
Why?
Support is not
Hold on. I'm
exchange
talking
for
to Mia.
time. It's about. Wait a minute, because y'all get this wrong all the time.
I'm asking the question. Mia.
Listen, I'm
Mia,
answering.
speak one
Listen,
She's
time.
going to explain
I'm
to
talking to
you.
you. Shut up. Listen,
You need to explain. We all know how the
listen, shut
procedure
up.
works.
She already
Listen,
started
she
wrong.
already
What you're about to
explained.
say is false.
Shut up.
You're.
Shut up. Shut
I
up.
feel like we all
Shut
can have.
up.
Wait, let
I'm
her
not.
look. Let
God
her finish so
damn.
we can move on. Let her
Yeah.
finish what she's saying so we can go. So I can go to the next point. Go ahead.
Yes, which he's heard before, but he's just ignoring. Child support is a reimbursement. If the children live primarily with her, her bills are higher. It's not just like in exchange for time. You're not renting your children back. So if they live with her, the light bill's a little higher, the food bill's a little higher.
Hey,
She has to get a
Jojo.
bigger car. You're reimbursing her for the care of your children. Now, if you decide this week I want to see him 4 days, and she say, yeah, next week 2 days, that don't mean this week you pay her $50 and next week you don't change it by that.
You see how
It's
dumb that
not a
sounds?
rental of the children.
You see how dumb that sounds?
No,
Because
that's extra.
which hold on, pause. Because what you guys fail to realize, right? Primary custody realistically is it's just on paperwork. Whichever one is legally resides, that's where the kid lives at. That's all it is. So which means even if the guy had the kid five, hold on,
That's not all it is.
pause. Please shut up. She forced me to shut up for you. Now please shut up. So even if the father had the kid 5 days and the mother had it for 2 days, if legally on paperwork she was the primary custody, you still believe that he should be paying her child support. You don't believe the same thing in reverse.
No,
No, because
no.
And
if we
that's why what
changed
you're
it and it was
wait, pause.
regularly,
Hold on, I'm not done talking. And that's how I know what you're saying is biased and dumb as fuck. And
No,
no,
that's
we
the
that's
way
not
said
it.
no. So you can't. No, we said we would not. If it was the other way, if the dad had a child 5 days a week and the mom had a child 2 days a week, no, the child support would not be that. That would not be how it would go. He would be getting the child support because he would be having a child.
that's not
He
how
would
it
need
works
a
legally.
bigger place.
That's not how it
He
works
would need a
legally.
That
bigger
is how it
place.
works.
That's not how it works. Whoever on
That
paper,
is
whoever legally on
no,
paper has primary care
no,
is who the child
Flashy.
support. Bro, you're just talking out your ass at
No,
this
that's
point.
not how it
Look
works.
it
So
up.
you don't know.
That's
That's not
literally
how it
how it
works.
works.
Here's no, it
So
is on paper, you're
can I
right.
can I
But if it changed and
Yeah,
suddenly
after
you have the
after
children,
summer, go. You can go after summer.
if it changed and you suddenly had the children way more, and that's just how it's been for a while, you'd go back to the court to change the custody agreement. It is by what's on paper, but it's not what I'm saying, a rental of the children. So if on paper it says I'm the primary parent, I have them 5 days, you have them 2, and then this week you have them 5 days because something happened, we don't change what you pay based on that. It is by the paper, but you would just petition the court then if it's changed. It's not like automatically the woman gets the child support. That's not how it works.
So on fucking paper. And first of all, that's the
Wait, go want to say something. Let him go real quick.
So we have this idea that it's about reimbursement, and while that sounds good, it's not actually true in most cases. In fact, the primary parent doesn't have to provide anything financially. And what I mean by that is you could literally live with your parents, and a lot of people do, or you can live with your husband who's paying all the bills. You're not providing anything financially for that child, and child support still must be paid. So it's not reimbursement in most cases. You're not being reimbursed. And honestly, when you really look at what has to be done, the parent who isn't the primary or who don't have the child most of the time still has to pay for things such as a bedroom for when a child comes over your house. You don't get to pay for that extra space every other weekend. It's included in your mortgage or your rent. You're paying for that extra space all the time. If you don't necessarily watch TV, you're paying for TV for when the child is there. The only real difference that the primary parents would be paying is going to be a little bit more on the water bill, a little bit more on the light bill. Gas, children have no bearing on. They don't turn the heat on and off in most houses, especially black parent houses. And they're going to be paying a little bit more for food. Outside of that, realistically, the parent who's not the primary would be paying all of that same shit. They pay for that stuff when the child's with them. And I would argue that they have to pay for activities when the child is with them more so than the parent where the child lives primarily.
No fucking sense whatsoever. So I'm in that situation. Is absolutely no way I pay more when I have my daughter than what my ex-wife pays because she's the primary. Is no way to say that is. I mean, that is such a dumb thing. to say when you're talking about activities, you're talking about school, books, clothes on a regular, like all these things. I don't even know like these guys know
The
how much it
time they don't,
costs.
y'all not consider they don't consider the time. Like they think that like it's no big deal. They think like, oh, the child goes to school and then the mom gets them for a few hours before bed. They don't count all what it goes into having to get up earlier, making sure you get them to sleep, feeding them, making sure they do their homework. If they get sick in the middle of the night, you get up and have to do stuff for Dex. They're not counting any of that.
But on
Dex, how
top of
much
that,
do you think
hold,
is an
hold,
appropriate
hold,
amount for
hold
child
on.
support?
Wait. Like, okay, I pay $1,000 for
I
my
asked
daughter.
how much do you think is an appropriate amount?
Appropriate amount. If you really want to go down with it, if you have your daughter, if you have your kid in sports and stuff like that, for them to have a quality life.
Yeah, no, child support isn't. It doesn't factor
That,
that stuff in.
no, you're asking me. This is how I'm looking at it, right? Because I want to have my daughter in those things.
Okay, what do you think is appropriate amount?
For me, the bare minimum I pay is 1,000 just for the child support. I pay extra because of the extra things. So like I probably pay,
USD.
yeah. What do you mean USD?
You got an accent. I'm asking if it's in USD.
Yeah, I've been living in this country 30 years.
Okay, cool.
That
All right,
doesn't
so you say,
Black
so
folk,
you say
please. I'm sorry, real quick. Please
mean,
stop with the xenophobia. It's a dangerous time. Please stop that. But go ahead, y'all. God damn.
nothing xenophobic about asking him if he lives in. Shut up.
but it
So,
doesn't matter. But
He
it still
was.
doesn't matter because it
so,
had child
so,
support. It's the
so,
same
so
thing.
that,
Even if I was in Trinidad, wait, hold up. What I'm saying is, even if I was back in Trinidad, it would have been the same thing. You know what I
okay,
mean?
so
What
that,
I'm saying is,
and we know
we
that there's
still
difference.
spend. No, it's not because it's dollar for dollar. When
No,
I'm
it
there,
isn't.
it's dollar for dollar. Listen, again, you're talking to someone who live in two
You
different
talking
countries.
to somebody who has a child from Trinidad.
Listen,
Uh,
so again, what I'm saying is, if I was
It doesn't
living
matter,
there,
gentlemen,
so,
because it's based off what he earns, not what the child needs. So if it
right.
costs $1,000 to raise his child a month, he's gonna go to court, and it's gonna be a percentage of his pay. So if he makes whatever, and the calculation comes out to 400, you get what he makes, not what the child needs. So this conversation is moot because if we're
no,
saying
it's
it takes $1,000, it doesn't matter if they're not gonna make him pay it. He doesn't make enough money to send that amount.
so what
And
it's
what
not
I'm
moved
saying,
because my
what
hold
I'm
on, Dex,
saying
one
to
thing,
no, no,
quick
let me
thing, bro.
finish. Let me finish. I was finishing what I was saying, right? So even though I pay that, I know that's not enough for what my daughter is involved in. So I pay more. I still buy things. Like I spend more money. If I calculate, like monthly, it's probably close to, I would say, almost $2,500. Because
So the
again, I
reason,
am involved with my daughter. I want to make sure that she has a good life.
so Dex, the reason I asked you how much do you think is appropriate amount is because you said $1,000. If we're being honest and parents are 50-50 equally important, that's $1,000 from the mom as well. That's $24,000 a year. It takes about 250 to $300,000 to raise a child in their lifetime from 0 to 18. You just said 2,400. I mean, yeah, 24,000 a year. That's 10 years. That means that's a whole nother 8 years. Realistically, it's just not. That's just not it, homie. So what I said makes sense. If you did the math, you'd understand it. What you're saying is just not sensible. It's
I think what
financially.
happens. Hold up, real quick. I think what happens when we have these conversations is like, a lot of times when it comes to income, we talk about, first of all, we don't consider what state we in. We understand that everybody not in the same income bracket, right? Some people, your children, they go, it's summertime, they're in camps, they're in extracurriculars. Some kids go to private schools. Like, it's not the same for everybody. If when y'all was in a relationship, that was the fucking standard. Then just because the relationship end, don't mean, oh no, it was. Yeah, that's an average of how much people pay, but if you have a child with a disability, you have a lot of medical costs. You're gonna pay more money. Like it's more to it than just, oh, this what the number should be. The mean is just where it's average at, but they're all outliers, and it's not gonna look the same for everyone.
I agree with that.
Trying to say, like, because again, it have a lot more going on when it comes to this. Like it's not as simple as you're trying to break it down. Because when we were living together, it was still with both of us income. It still costs a lot for my daughter when she was young, just doctor visits and stuff like that. Like all these things, it costs money. So it's not like it costs like $300-400 was to take care of our daughter. Like that's crazy to think that. So me understanding, even though I pay $1,000 in child support, I still understand that it costs more.
It doesn't. It don't cost $2,000 a month to take care of a child.
How
Now,
do you figure? Because how much is
this dropped the
his
conversation
mortgage?
because it's not dollar in, dollar out. I mean, we've been in court. I've been in there for 12 years. They never asked what I pay for nothing. That's not what child support is for. I keep telling y'all, it's not about a single penny either person spends on the child. Your child support order is based on how much time per month times per year you have your child, and then you get a number. That's all they care about. They will add health insurance and they will add daycare. And if you bring it up, they will add extracurricular activities or tutoring. But you have to bring it up. Otherwise, that court case is going to be out in 5 minutes. They want your W-2s and they want to know how many days a year you're getting your child. And she gets a check for parenting on your time. That's it.
Yeah,
They don't care about shoes. They don't ask about your light bill. They don't care about your rent. None of that stuff is brought up in child support. The woman is getting compensating for parenting on your time, for not having 50-50. I had 50-50 custody for 6 years. There was no child support order. We swapped on the taxes. We swapped on the health insurance, and that was it. So I'm telling you that if you have 50-50, child support is not a question. If you don't have the child, she's going to get paid for watching the child for the times that you are not, because you have the ability to work a second job, make more money, blah, blah, blah. You ain't putting nobody to bed. You're not going to Walgreens to get cough syrup. You're not getting the vaporizer in the bedroom. You're not washing sheets. You're not doing any of that stuff for whatever 75% of the year. If you get your child 25% of the year, and I'm being generous, most of the times it's more like 15% of the year. So yes, she's getting paid for the time she has your child. She has to get a sitter when she wants to do something. You do not. So that's what they're paying. Nobody brings their household bills and their lease and their mortgage to child support court. It will never be calculated. Please stop talking about money.
Right.
Get
That's
your
exactly
child.
so.
If you don't have your child, she gonna get paid
And that
for
That's
was
that.
not entirely
that was
true, because there's 3 formulas to child support. Depending on what state you're in, what jurisdiction you're in, you're use one of those 3 formulas. I could tell you all about them. I don't feel like it, but I could. So it doesn't just
I
simply. It's
went
not
through
that cut and
We
dry.
do not
I,
believe
I
you.
went through it.
You don't get it.
I went through it already. So I mean, but that's why I specifically said, apart from child support, I know it costs more. So like I would take care of certain things outside of that, on top of my child support, because I know how expensive things are. Right? My daughter is in sports. I know how expensive those things are also. So to say like it doesn't cost that much, unless you just want your kid to just like, school, home, sit at home, don't have anything, no extracurricular activities, like no actual quality of life, yeah, then you probably might think it's like, $300-400, like, $400-500. But that's not the life that I want my daughter to live. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to set that
But
standard.
Dex is not the sports. She has to take her to practice. She got to pick her up. She got to take her to the game. She got to make sure the
Right.
uniform is clean. What if she's a teen mom? It's too much shit. She's filling out the form to make sure
Exactly.
she has her physical. You're not doing those things. The court is trying to compensate for time, not the actual dollar in and dollar out for each expense. That
Oh, so they
person has
paying
their
her for
time that's
parenting.
Right.
taken. And you're
And
But
that's
not
that's her
why
parenting.
child.
You're not
That's her
parenting that
child.
time. If she's doing it, you're not. So you're gonna pay her for parenting in your absence. Get the fucking kid. But you can't
right.
say I'm not gonna parent. I'm not gonna reimburse her for her time because that's her job. That's her child too. You're not doing your half. The court is reimbursing her for doing your half and not being there.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, we get
that's
off in a
simply
bargain. Like,
that's
listen, we
simply
get
not
off in
true.
a bargain. We get off as a bargain instead of being the primary.
N-
We would
Uh,
pay a lot more. We would pay a lot more if we had if we were the primary parent. You'll pay a lot more. You pay a lot less paying child support. That's just a fact.
Yeah, so you paying her to parent, which listen, I pay child support, and quite frankly, I don't care. It just is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I don't know why people complain about it, but this idea that it's a way that it isn't, I can't stand behind that and be like, oh yeah, that's it.
But why would there be a problem
That's
with
it.
paying her to parent? If she has the children more than you, why wouldn't you pay her to parent, knowing everything
Because
costs
it's
money?
her child. You ask for
Yeah,
that
but she has.
responsibility,
Hold on, I said no, no, no,
sure.
no, no. I said she has the children more than you. Why wouldn't you pay her to parent when she has the children more than you?
Again,
You asked for
because
the
it's your
child
kid.
too, and she has them more, so it's not even. So why wouldn't you
You
pay
shouldn't be paid to take care of your responsibility. Simple.
And it's
her?
not
But
her
you're not taking care
responsibility
of it, so
it's
she.
not her responsibility 100%. It's
It is,
not. It's
and it's
supposed to
both of
be
yours.
fifty
And if she's
fifty.
doing
So,
it,
but men
you're
have it
not doing
brainwashed.
that part
That's,
either.
but he said the word, he said the thing. He said that's her child, not ours. It's
Her child,
her
okay.
child. So again, if
And
y'all
Well,
notice,
we're
can't hear
talking
it, the men
about
is
her.
saying that's your responsibility 100%. Everything that that child needs, that's your child, and that's for you to provide. It's not that. That's why there is child support. It is not one person's responsibility. It ain't.
So, so
and
I'm not
notice too,
disagreeing with
Dark
that.
Horse, they
Well,
couldn't, hold on, notice Dark Horse that they, hold on, notice Dark Horse, they could not talk about the children. And even this is still about him and the fairness of what she's paying, he's paying. Like, none of this is about the children. It's so weird.
Like, I want my daughter to have a quality life. Like she's into things. I want to make her happy. It costs money to make her happy. And that $1,000 is not going to be enough. It's just a fact. I mean, that's why like I take care of certain things when we would switch like like health insurance and stuff like that. I don't even actually take like taxes. I've never actually take taxes since she's been born. Because again, I just look at that as just like an extra bonus. You know what I mean? But I take care of like because I'm into sports. So like when it comes to sports, like all her gear and stuff like that, I would take care of that. You know, clothes, sneakers, like all her equipment, like that, those type of things, I would take care of that also. Because I also enjoy doing that. Because I want to, I like seeing her in her stuff, like, you know, in her uniforms and like you know the sneakers and stuff she needs when she's out there, like feeling confident and stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like I enjoy that because I'm into sports also. I was a college athlete also.
But Dex, I'm telling you that I would go right now, fill my cart up on Dick's Sporting Goods and buy everything. And in that hour it may take for me to fill up my cart, order it, and ship it to that baby house, I'm done. Money
Okay.
out the way. I would switch out the time it takes me to take her back and forth for a whole season. It
Yeah.
ain't the same. Fuck it. Let me pay. Let me pay. You do the work. Do the shit that is time consuming. Do that part. I want my time back. I don't care how much it costs. Send me the bill. I'ma stroke that motherfucking check. I'ma send that goddamn direct deposit, whatever, as quick as I fucking can. And that shit done in seconds. And I'm free and I get all that time back. Tell me the fucking bill.
Well,
But they
that's
don't
the
want the fucking kids. They know that's the gag. They know that's the one that's the worst part. Cause I'll pay all that shit to give me my time back because it's not the same. Tell me how much I make per hour at my job and then pay me what I'm spending on these fucking kids. It's not gonna be the same. My hourly pay that I get, if I got it and you multiplied that shit times the time I take care of my kids, and you just tell me to buy everything for the whole fucking season, I just got off scot fucking free. That was a penny. It was a penny in the goddamn in the whole scheme of things. But I think men know that. They know that the gag is the kids is what's gonna fuck up my money if I got them with me every goddamn day. And so arguing about sending that little bit of money when she got to do all the time, that's the fucking setup. No, get him the motherfucking kids because he ain't gonna be able to make that money like he was. He ain't gonna be able to go where he need to go. He got to pay for a sitter. You have to pay for a goddamn tutor. He's gonna have to do all that shit. He gonna have to be at the PTA meetings. He gonna have to be checking shit on goddamn parent view, checking homework. You have to do projects for school, book club, field trips, all that shit. You got to do all that. That's his time. You cannot replace time. You can't get time back. And that's what men know. That's the motherfucking gag. So to argue about sending money when you already got all your time back is fucking diabolical.
Hey, but y'all
Plain
That's
been
the
Sarah.
talking a
point.
lot. Y'all been doing a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
talking.
the
Y'all been doing a lot of talking. That's all I hear is talk, 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 talk. We need everybody to get in the field. We need everybody to get in the field. Wipe the nose, like I said.
What the fuck? You on this shit?
Man,
Get in the
Lynette, go ahead
field.
and address the prompt, man.
Get in the field.
Address the
Get in
prompt a little bit.
the field. My
What
fault.
happened to Tara?
Terry would have got in the field.
Lord have mercy.
Um, why do mothers abandon their children? Uh, I think mothers abandon their children only when they get with a man.
Wait.
All right, look, it say fathers. Okay, my bad. I thought it said mothers. Hey, yo, shout out to my nigga Pluto, Big Future. Hey, you got a big dog up there, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know about Offset, but you know my dog Pluto, he raising all his kids.
What?
I'm starting to get uncomfortable with the way you get up here and stroke these goddamn celebrities every
I
time
said,
you come
I
over
said
here.
Pluto raising all
Even
his
if they
kids.
not on the screen, you be bringing them up and shit. This getting weird, man. You got to stop with these parasocial
My nigga Pluto
relationships.
raising all his kids.
Just like you.
Yep, straight up. You know
Y'all
what
got
I'm saying?
y'all got the same parenting plan.
Hey,
Your daddy made you that hat, 30?
this is from a designer,
Your dad can be a designer.
To it.
black
Get
designer,
to it. It's called
young black,
fashion.
a young black designer.
So, Dark Horse, do you think women on average agree to 50-50 uh, custody?
Address the prompt yet. I'm sorry, Gaslight.
You
Oh,
go.
Hold
go
Go
up,
ahead,
ahead.
Sag.
let me tell you who made the hat.
30, I don't care. I know it's Baby Gap. We can see that from.
Well,
Okay.
this is
Oh
actually
my
not Baby Gap.
god.
This is it's
Fight
handmade.
back.
This is handmade. This
Let
is
her
handmade.
finish, 30. Hold on, because
This is handmade, ma'am.
Gaslight got a question, so let Sage finish. Go ahead, Sage.
Um, why do fathers abandon their children? I don't know. I think it's a lot of factors. One of them would be them not actually seeing them as their children. They see them as the woman's children. So I don't know. But what I do find funny is that on each live that I see, all the men are talking about, they're abandoning the children because of the angry woman. But what's crazy is that the courts make women co parent with abusers. And we're not scared. Women have actually lost their lives trying to co parent with y'all.
Yep.
But y'all so scared of these big scary women that it makes you y'all so terrified that it makes you abandon your children. But women have to like their husbands will literally have actual charges on them, and women have to co-parent with them. Women have to give their children to a dangerous person who sometimes ends up unaliving them as well. But hey, what do I know?
Absolutely.
Interesting you said that.
Tell
So,
you,
yes,
I can
the
tell
court.
y'all really, honestly, you know.
Hold on,
Hold
30.
up, I wanted to talk about the prompt,
I know, but somebody was already talking when you started talking.
and then and then Sagittarius interrupted me in my time.
You was talking about
No,
baby.
she said no. Let her go.
Go ahead, Gaslight.
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, you said the court makes them, which tells me that more likely than not, they're keeping the child away from that parent. If that child abused you and not the kids, get out your feelings. Dig your hand in the sand or something. If he was abusive to you, that's you. You not his blood. His kid is his blood. Men care about that. This is why y'all see him on here talking about not being stepfathers
So
and all
what's
of that.
familiar side? I'm just wondering.
You say what?
What is that?
What is what?
Familiar side, like where the husband like literally unalives everybody, including their children that they love so much.
Yeah. That usually happens when the mother is trying to keep the child away from him and he's at his
No,
wits' end.
that's a great point, but that's actually not true. Based on the studies, it's actually because men fear losing control. They do it for financial reasons, like losing their jobs. It actually, there's not a reason, a study that shows that it actually has anything to do with the woman.
Show,
So,
show me these studies
so
that
guys,
doesn't
like,
I
show.
just literally gave you the name of it. So if you look up that particular side that I named, you would actually see the studies connected to it, and it tells you why men do it.
so
So
guys,
interestingly enough, I'm currently in court, and her expert witness gave me a whole dissertation on this shit. So I'm familiar with the studies.
so so
Again,
so guys, I have a quick question. So you saying a man who loves his child or children, if it's a bad breakup and he has to fight for his kids, it's a valid solution is to unalive them to
you
show
ain't
that
heard
he
you, you
cares
ain't
for.
heard you ain't heard me say no shit like that.
No, because you're giving it an excuse. So I'm asking
You,
you a question.
you ain't heard. Well, I'm telling you, you
Yeah,
ain't heard me say no
no,
shit like that,
no. Listen,
right? And
listen
I've
to
answered
how.
your
Listen,
I've
no,
answered your
no.
question, Dex.
Listen, I didn't say you said that. I didn't say you said that.
Man, I'm about to
So
fight. I want to fight, bro.
no. I'm not fighting with that.
Nah, I want to
I'm
fight, bro.
asking.
What's your
Okay,
question, Dex?
okay. So, because the way you make it, the way you explain that just now, make me wanted to ask this question. So, because you're saying he cares about his kids, right? Like love his kids, and because he had to fight for them, or she making it difficult for him to love his kids, he now choose to unalive them.
I'm saying that's what happens. Yes,
That is love to you.
I'm saying that's what. This isn't about me personally. I ain't off
No, not
nobody.
personal. I'm just saying you
You
looking
you
in.
you
If
you
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 said
just
it,
asked me, is that love to me? Again, this
yeah,
has nothing to do with my perspective. This is what happens, plain and simple. There's nothing more, nothing
I
less.
know it
This is what
happened,
happens.
but
Yes.
you're saying that because he love his kids so much. That's what I'm talking about.
And you said
So
they care
you
about their lineage and love their children. You
right.
said that.
Yeah, because to me, if I love my kids, unalivement is never on the table.
I
Dex,
agree
Dex,
with that. I agree with
Dex,
that.
can you tell me if everybody views love the same?
I thought we all view love as one thing.
Wait, no, you
No,
said,
people
no,
believe
you
love
said
to be
those men,
different
you
things.
said those men love their children and care about their lineage or offspring, whatever word you use.
I've
You said
never
that. It
said
doesn't
any.
matter.
I've
It
never
doesn't,
said
you
any
did
of
say
that.
that. You
No, I
did. It
didn't.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we all see love differently. Let's not change the conversation. You said the reason those men do that is because they love their children and care about their lineage. You said that. If you didn't mean it, you can take it back. But that's what you said.
I'm
Am I
not
wrong,
taking
y'all?
back anything. You're
Did he
absolute. I
say
told you
that?
you
Did
was.
you say that?
I told you you were wrong before you even finished. I didn't say any. I've not
So how
used
would
the
you know
word
I'm
love.
wrong if I didn't
I have
finish? You
not.
did. You
I have
y'all. Did
because
he
you
use the
didn't
word
need
love?
to. I haven't used the word
Stop.
love
Shush. Did
once.
he
This
use the
is
word love?
literally the second
Did he
time
use
I've
the word
used it.
love, y'all?
Not
No, you
once.
did
Hush.
say love.
Hush.
That's why I asked
Everybody
you the
else.
question.
You said love.
You
You
did say
said
love.
love.
That's
Because
why
I
I
even
asked the
put a
question.
comment, love them and they abandon them. You said it. You might not have meant to say it, but that's what you said.
If
Yeah,
you
you
can
did
show
say
me
love.
where I said, if you can show me where I said that, I'll send you $100. Easy.
No. You did say love. That because you remember that
No,
was
I'm talking to Summer. I've not used the word love.
You
This is
what the
literally the
hell?
fourth
You think
time.
you
you are
did.
such a why have you been hold on, wait, Dex, hold on. Stop moving the goalposts. This is not my life. Do you think I'm screen recording? Do you want to ask Mia to send you a copy? What the fuck is wrong with you? You said love. If you misspoke, you could admit it. We
I
all
don't
heard you say
misspeak.
love.
I don't misspeak.
You do. You're not perfect. That's what's wrong with you, and that's why you in court with her now. because you full of shit.
I
You're
mean,
for
that's
real a
your opinion.
gaslighter. I hear
That's
it.
your
No, it's
opinion, and
not my
that's
opinion. You said
awesome.
love, and now you wanna
Prove
move
it.
around the post. You could
Prove it.
just say
Prove it.
everybody misheard you, right?
Prove it.
You're perfect. Everybody misheard you.
I'm not perfect. I just know I didn't say the
Did
word
anybody
love.
else hear him say they
It's not a
love? Did
word that I
anybody else hear him
use.
say love? Did y'all hear him say love?
Reason I
Anybody
asked
else?
him the question is because he said love.
Nah.
I took love out of it. It doesn't matter when you said the reason he unalived the kids is because she's keeping them from him. Is fucking bonkers.
No, no, but
It's true.
Fucking
I
Darkos,
don't
bonkers.
care how
Darkos,
you
Fucking
feel about
bonkers.
it.
but
Doesn't change
That's
it
Darkos,
being
fucking
true.
it
bonkers.
is. But on top to add to that, Darkos, he did say because he loved his kids so much, and she's making it difficult. He's choosing to do that.
I've never said that.
That is
Yeah,
literal.
it doesn't
Again,
I
matter. If the end
yeah.
again.
result is I'm taking my kids out of here, you're fucking bonkers. Something is wrong. Something is
You
wrong with
gotta
that person.
no one's gonna
Like
disagree
when
with
I
that.
asked you the question when I said love, why didn't you correct me?
I have no interest in doing so. My point
Oh,
was
so you'll
my
do it
point.
to you'll do it to
So
Summer.
I'll answer your question. Well, she made a claim that I said something. You didn't make the claim that I said something.
Yes, I did. I
That
You
literally
said
did.
you
over and
asked
over, you
me
said love. He
that
did.
you asked me. So you're saying this, and I said not
No,
once
no,
did I
no.
say
This
that.
okay.
That's what.
I see
Oh
what
my God.
happened. I
Okay,
Well,
literally
now
said,
you
move
know he
on. I
made
don't
the
want to.
claim
I
and
don't
you're
want to
still
keep
not
having this
doing it because
conversation.
you're a
Let's move on.
misogynist.
yeah,
You're a
you guys,
misogynist, and
yeah,
that's
you
the
guys
problem.
like
You
you're
can't
trying
say
to
it to
gaslight, but
him,
you're
but you
terrible
can
at
say
it.
it to me because you're weak and it's
I
horrible.
literally just told him
And
to
for a
move on.
person
I'm
to
not
say,
having this
I don't give a fuck what
conversation.
you
Good
said. You're
job.
not in charge of what I do.
Okay.
You're not in
I'm
charge of
not,
what I
and
say.
again, I'm
You're
not
not in
talking to
charge of
you.
what I say.
I
I
said I
don't
told
care.
him to
I'm
move
talking to
on
you.
because
Well,
I'm
now
not
I'm
having a
talking to you.
conversation.
When I'm
Well, I'm
talking to you,
talking
and
to
I didn't
you
want,
as
and I
well.
decided to,
I
and
don't
I
know why
decided
you're
not to move
so
on.
upset. It's
Because
crazy.
you
Well,
are a
I mean, you don't
misogynist and
have
it's
to, but I
disgusting. And
won't
what
have
you
the
said was
conversation.
gross
So
and
whatever.
dangerous. You said that because she
Doesn't
kept the
change it from
children
being
away,
true.
he unalived it.
Doesn't stop
And
it
you
from being
agreed
true.
with it because you said they love the children. That's why they did it. And then you couldn't be man enough
Whatever
to
you
be
say.
honest that you misspoke because you're a human being and people
Whatever you
misspeak.
say.
And
Yes,
because you're
yes,
so
people do.
weak, you can't admit to that because you're weak and ridiculous. That's the same reason you want to
Oh,
come for me, but you can't come for Dex, a man, because you're a misogynist and you're weak. So sit
no, no, no,
down and
no. I'm
take
not
this
a
little bit of
misogynist.
tongue lashing. You are a misogynist and you're very weak and it's
Okay,
fucked up.
even if I
I
were, it
don't, you know,
wouldn't
shut
bother
up,
me
shut up.
that
I'm
you
not talking
think
to you.
so.
I don't
It
care.
doesn't
I don't
bother
care.
me at all.
Why, who
But
cares
you
what
are
you think?
talking to
Because you
me.
think
You're
it's
talking to
okay.
me
You think
now.
it
You
makes
can't
sense for
control
men to
yourself.
unalive. You think it makes sense for men to
No
unalive
one
the
said
whole
it made
family
sense.
because she's keeping the children away.
No one
Yes,
ever said
you
that.
gave
Now
an
you're
excuse.
gaslighting,
You
No,
gave an
no,
or at
excuse.
because you
least
I'm
you're
not
gave an
guessing.
attempting
You
to.
gave the excuse and you
It's
said they
not an
love and care about
excuse.
their lineage. You
You should
did.
probably learn the
It is an
difference between an
excuse.
excuse
No,
and a
you should
reason.
learn it. You should learn it. You
Well, I
don't even
know
know
the
how child
difference.
support works, and I hope that she fleeces you. Weirdo. Hope
It
your
wouldn't
children
bother
get
me.
everything they want. I
Listen,
hope they
it's
get to
just
do all type of
money.
things.
It's just
It isn't
money.
just money.
That's
Then why are
not
you
a
trying to keep it away
problem.
from your children? Then why are
That's
you trying
not
to
a
keep it away from your
problem.
children?
Who said I
Why on
was?
Father's Day? You are. We know that's what you're doing. Why
That's
on
your
Father's Day is
opinion.
this what you want to do? Because you're weak.
Because it's
Anyway,
9 o'clock at
anyway,
night. What else would I be doing? I thought you
the
said
point
you didn't
was,
want to talk to
the
me. You're
point
still talking to
was,
me.
I said I didn't want to stop talking about it. I didn't say I don't want to talk to you.
No,
I would
you
like to
said I'm not.
continue to
You said
curse
I'm
you
not
out.
talking to
I
you.
would like to continue to curse you out. Listen,
Go
the
ahead
point
if it
was
makes you
Dex
feel
did
better.
tell you, Dex did tell you that you said love, and he repeated it several times. And then you wanted to come for me because you a weak bitch.
You know why he
Fucking
repeated it
man.
several times? Because I denied it several times, dummy.
Denied it to
no.
me
That is
too,
not what
dummy,
happened
and you still
because
couldn't
Okay,
step
so
to a
that means I
man because you
denied
a
it to
bitch.
both of
So
you.
take
the
this
fact that
cussing
you
out, bitch.
actually said
Same to you.
the fact that you actually said to me that there's different ways that people love. You remember when you said that? You literally said that people love in different ways. You was asking me if people love in different ways because you know you use the word love.
With the same energy to Dex, huh? Talk to the man like that, huh? Try that. Or because I'm more of a man than you don't want to shut the fuck up. That's it. Niggas who don't give a fuck about their children want to argue about child support and think it's
Shut up. Dex
ridiculous.
was
He shouldn't
speaking.
pay her to
What'd you
child. He
say,
shouldn't
Dex?
pay her to parent, and now you want it. But you was on mute when Dex checked you. Now go ahead and respond to the man, bitch.
Sure, shush. What'd you say, Dex? Sorry, I was talking to someone else.
Remember when you asked me if I think that people love in different ways.
Yeah.
Why did you remember the reason why you asked me that is because you did use the word love, and when I pointed out you, that's why you reply to that was your reply to that was, don't people love in different ways?
So Dex, you think you
Because
can
I
tell me, Dex, you think you can tell me why I asked the question, or do you think it would make more sense to ask me why I made a statement? Which do
no
you
no
think makes more sense?
okay, so the reason why I said that is because of the context, right? So I don't know if you understand what context means. Because again, the context of what you were saying, what I was addressing is you was saying that he loves his kid so much, but because she is making it hard for him. So that's why I said, that's why I brought it up. I was like, love, if I love my kid, unalivement will never be on the table. And you asked me if people love in different ways or show love in different ways.
And
Now
that's
that's where the
why
conversation flowed. So you can't say that you didn't use love because love
absolutely
was the
can.
word. Wait. Love was the word that captured my attention. Because
Listen, quite
because to me, when you said that, love to
Dex,
me, if you love your
none of that is
children,
relevant, bro.
no, no, it
Listen,
is
listen,
because let's
listen, Dex, Dex,
no,
here.
no,
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 no, no,
no.
no, no, no. Dex,
Now, let me
I'm gonna
finish.
do
Let me
you a
finish.
solid.
No, no,
Dex, I'm gonna do you a
I'll
solid
finish. Let
right
me
now.
just finish this quick.
I'm
And
gonna
then
do you a
I
solid
will
right now,
listen. I will
Dex.
listen to you. I just want to just finish this
I'm not,
sentence.
I'm
I
just
just want to finish this sentence because it is relevant to me because that is what I brought up. That is what stood out to me, and that what I had a problem with. So to say it's not relevant when I brought it up, you're wrong because I wanted to address that. So go ahead. You can come off mute. Do me the solid now. I just wanted to finish that.
even if I had said it, I'ma stand on it. I didn't say it, but to move the conversation forward, because I'm tired of y'all bickering,
Oh, that's some bitch
I
shit to do.
said
Come
it.
on, no.
Yeah,
Even if
that's
I
I
a
said
bitch.
it, I'm gonna
said it.
stand on it after you
And
said I never
It's
said
some
it.
bitch.
and
Weak.
and what's the point? What point did you have?
The point was, if you truly love your kid, unalivement is never on the table, right? So
Dex, that's
you
for
use,
you.
no, wait,
People
listen.
love people. No.
So
People
you
love
say
differently.
love, so
Anything
you
you
will love
saying is
someone and
irrelevant,
unalive
bruh.
them. You will love them, you will unalive them because you love them.
Again, people love different. This isn't about me. What part of that y'all don't
No, you
understand?
think that love have unalivement in it because you
I
love
think
someone so much. You think that's what
I
happened.
know I know people have said that. Simple. Very simple. People
And
have
with
said that.
it is not love that does that.
That's your opinion, and I'm not going to argue your opinion.
Not
There's
love.
nothing you can't substantiate your opinion, so it is what it is.
People lie and gaslight all the time to not be held accountable, to still for people for doing heinous things and try to make people have empathy for them so they could get away with it. So
I
you
guess I
literally
don't care
being,
about none of that.
yes, you
I
do.
genuinely don't give a fuck
Well,
about any
but
of that,
that's
Dex.
why it's easily for someone to manipulate you because you wouldn't care also.
No.
So
That's how you get
you
manipulated
would just
by
ride with it. You
wanting
would just
things.
ride with it. You would
No,
just believe it. Yeah,
I
you would just
simply tell
believe it.
you I don't give a fuck, which I don't, and then I'll move on. Simple, really. Which is my suggestion to y'all. Maybe move on
A
from this because I don't
suggestion
give
would
a
be
fuck
that you
what y'all are
man up
saying.
and just admit when you're wrong
Summer,
and not
I
be such a
don't
bitch
give a
about
fuck
things.
what you're
So
talking
here's
about.
how we model it. Here's
So
how we
move
model
on.
it. You know what? I didn't realize I said that. I didn't mean love. Or, you know what? I still think that. I'm a crazy fucked up person who thinks love includes unalivement for some reason. Instead, you are a mealy mouthed bitch who has to slink out of it. It's
Okay,
sad, it's
that's
weak, it's
wonderful. Summer, that's
pathetic.
wonderful. I'm
I'm just
glad you can
saying. I
express
mean,
your
who disagree with
feelings.
me? Chat, who disagrees? That was
I'm just
some
saying
weak
that
shit.
I'm glad you can express your feelings.
it was
Wonderful.
your point. That's what I wanted to come up and say. It was your point. This is something you brought into the conversation. So to be over it, to be done with it, I don't care. None of us started this conversation. Me,
What
Summer, and Dex didn't say this. You did.
what are you saying I brought? What are you claiming I brought into the conversation?
We're not claiming anything. You did say that.
I'm talking to Dark
I'm
Horse.
Wait,
What are you
bringing up the
claiming?
bringing up the justifying unaliving your children. You
Who
brought
said it
up
was
how to justify
justified?
this. all the things that you said, and I'm not playing semantics with you.
Well, words have meanings. I use
I'm
them as
not playing.
they
I'm
are
not playing. I
defined.
don't play semantics. I don't do the
That's fine.
semantics
Don't.
game. So whatever you use to excuse this person's behavior, other than he's a fucking monster, that is never okay. Anything opposite of that is you explaining, supporting, justifying it. Go through the whole fucking synonym of words. I don't care. You didn't say it's fucking wrong and it's never okay, like Dex said. So all the things you said, yes.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. You can feel how you feel. No sweat off my back, no sweat off my brow.
I mean,
Shut up. We should move on because this fool
I told you
is
that
not
about
man.
10 minutes
It's
ago.
not grown up. It's not grown up enough to just be honest. Oh, whatever. I don't care. I did. It's like a kid with toys. I didn't want to play anyway. I could have won the race if I wanted to. Go sit down in the corner. Time out for you. Weird.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
the funny thing about listening to this conversation is that it comes off as a front to me. You know what I mean? They don't care this and that and the other. It's it comes off to me
Tying
as
back to the
pure.
prompt, please abandon your kids. Please don't do what y'all just heard us discuss for 15 minutes. Please walk away, leave the kids. Don't send child support. Change your name, leave the country. Please go away if that is the other option. Please abandon the fucking kids. I got them, send them all over here. I'll fit as many as I can in this damn house. Bring the kids to me, please. Just don't do this option. That's what I want the takeaway to be for this fucking conversation. Leave the fucking kids out of it. They ain't do shit.
Hey, Dark, I just want to add to that. That's exactly what I said when I came up here. When I addressed the topic, when I addressed the prompt, I said, these are the reasons that men abandon the kids. And I was all for it. Y'all didn't hear that part, or y'all just didn't give a fuck. It doesn't make me no never mind
Not the
either way.
same.
But shut up. I'm talking to Dark Horse.
You
Shut
didn't
up.
say
I'm
abandon
talking to
them
Dark
because
Horse.
they
Shut
about to
up.
unalive them.
I'm
Either abandon
talking
them or
to
unalive
Dark
them.
Horse.
Quit
Shut up.
lying. You're such
You
a
ain't gonna
liar.
talk. You ain't gonna talk to people woman like that up here. So fuck
I'm
off.
so sick of him. He's such lying. That was not what he said. They all said that same shit. Well, they don't do because the woman keep the kids away. That's not what we're. That's a whole different conversation. Now he done brought up unaliving the kids.
Yeah,
Like he was agreeing with you.
and before Flashy left, what the thing was if I have to argue with her, then I'm not want to be in the child's life. Is because I want a good relationship with her. I want to come over when I want, fuck when I want, pay when I don't, all those things. That has to be this beautiful fucking scenario for me to stay in the kid's life. If she's saying fuck you nigga on a Tuesday, I don't like you because I woke up and it's Wednesday, I can't deal with her. So it's about you being liked by the woman, because there's a scenario where you get custody of your child and you never talk to that woman again. Y'all can talk through a court monitored app or not talk at all, and you pick your kid up, like I said, from daycare and take him back to daycare and never see this woman again. That's not what you want. You don't want the fucking kid. You want a certain type of access to this woman. You want a certain type of reverence and begging and pleading and attention and answering your text messages and being on call and being available and know what the fuck she's doing. That's what they fucking want. That's why they leave the kid, because it was never about the fucking kid. It's about your access and control of that woman. Because if you want your kid, she don't got to be involved at all. Y'all can have a third party do the baby exchange. You never see her again, but you don't want the fucking kid. You want to be in her fucking space. You want to pop up. You want to make sure nothing in her life is stable. She don't know if she gonna get money this time. She don't know if you coming this time. All of the above. That's what they fucking want. Because you can have the fucking kid.
I definitely agree with that. I think women should give the father the kids. They tend to fare better anyway. So I would agree. Give the father the kid and go do whatever it is you want to do. I advocate for that.
What statistic are you quoting?
As we do this shit, we been doing this shit for 2 years. Let's not do that stat again tonight. That shit old. We know it's a fucking lie. Don't do that.
Okay, yeah, they
But
better with
every
the
time, and
dates.
they've heard it over and over, and they know it's bullshit that they're quoting.
But they bring it
And
up to start another debate
and
for
they
another
start
hour. I'm not doing that debate
and they start
tonight.
and they
Trying to
No,
don't
be
no,
and
no.
they,
fair.
they don't know what it is. They
I had
don't know
no
what they talk
intention
about.
on
And
debating
then
it.
what they do, then they switch it to, well, my dad or who I grew up with or my cousin. It's the same dumbass thing. How I'm so tired of how stupid y'all are. We're too smart to have these dumbass conversations over and over. Like like that, obviously your voice is shaking. You're obviously emotional. And it's okay. We get worked up when we get to arguing on here too. But that was
I can
obviously a
tell
dig at us.
you've
Shut up. That was
definitely
obviously a
working
dig.
on it.
That was obviously a dig at us. It was like, well, the fathers do better anyway. Isn't that dumb? You know that statistic is bullshit.
I
You
don't know
know
what
that.
statistic
I
you
know you're
speak
dumb. I
of.
know you're stupid, but you're not that stupid. You have
I
heard
don't
it
know what
explained
statistic
because
you
you've been on
speak
here long
of.
enough. You've heard it explained many times. And you know it's bullshit. So like, I
Yeah,
we cannot
what
pretend
percentage
with
of
you.
child custody agreements are decided by a judge?
It's a small percentage, but y'all
Because
probably don't
most
want
of
to
them
have.
are decided outside with a mediator. The parents come to an agreement and the dad gives the kids up. He don't have to fight for them. He
You
gives
know
them up
why?
willingly. It's a
You,
small percentage. So stop acting like every man got to go and fight for his kids and a woman keeping them away when you know that the majority of the cases is outside of a judge's order. The two parents mediate, if they even go to a mediator, and the men decide to give the women to the kids. So coming up here is disingenuous because you know that's not the majority, but y'all want to make it seem like these women are fighting to keep me from my kids. You're a fucking lie. You don't even show up. A lot of them are by default because the men don't even come to court and the women just get custody by default because he didn't even fucking show up. That's a big number too, but y'all don't want to talk about that one. It's always a fucking outliers, and we're not about to make it the goddamn backsplash for it. Like this is what every man is going through. It absolutely is not.
sure, we can talk about whatever way you want to talk about it. Whichever way. I'm well versed on all of it. Yeah, so this idea that, it's decided outside of the court. That's true. It is decided outside of the court. Because based on the determining factors, the mother is usually, because we live in a patriarchal society, the society that y'all bitch and moan about every goddamn day. It's a patriarchal society, so women are at home raising the kids. One of the determining factors is who the child is most acclimated to, and there's this thing called status quo where they don't want to change that. So even if you go fight it, chances are you'll lose. This is why it's handled so well in mediation, because they tell you exactly what I'm telling you. Hey, status quo is the child.
Lying. You just said most of
I'm
the women
still
are
I'm
at
still
home with the kids, but you can't
again
lie.
again.
Most of the
Where's the
women are at
liar?
home with the kids. Gaslight. Come on now.
Who's typically raising the children? Dark Horse.
It's
Is it
not
not the
at home
women?
with the kids. These women are not
So where
stay-at-home
are they?
moms. Pull your stats. The
Okay,
majority of
okay.
women
So
are
sure,
not staying
sure.
at home with the kids, raising the kids. Stop
Here,
lying.
I
Both the
will
parents
clear.
are working.
My gosh, I will clarify. When I said are at home with the kids, I meant they're spending more time with the children. Even if they're working, they're still the ones who spend more time with the children. That's what I meant by at home with the kids. I didn't say they were stay at home mothers. You said you don't want to play semantics, but we're doing the semantic thing. This isn't actually
You said at
semantics, but
home. The women are at home with the children is what you
right.
said.
Where else they gonna be in the
That's not
streets? I
semantics.
mean, a
That's
lot of
not
y'all
semantics.
hoes in the street, but I'm talking
That's
about
not you the
they're the
whole. That's
ones
not
at
semantics.
home
That's
with the
what you
kids.
said. That's not
Right.
semantics.
It's
That's what
not.
you
You're
said. And
right.
now you can
It's
clarify that you meant they're spending more time. But here's the issue.
no.
Why? Why?
We're
Hold on.
at
No.
home.
Here's the issue.
I
Hold on. Listen.
literally
Before
just
they hold
told you
on.
why. Why are
Before
you
shut up.
asking this?
Listen. Shut up. Before they break up and you're both together in some kind of way, or maybe even in the house together, probably together in some way, right? Why is she doing most of the child care? Why don't you do more of the child care? Then if you think that men are gonna not get the truth, which is a fucking lie, if you actually go to court because you're more likely to win. But if you think men are not going to get the shaft on that, then from the beginning, why don't men just do way more of the childbearing? If you think that's
Oh,
the reason the court is saying
I,
that,
I literally tell men you have to spend more time with. This is stuff I tell men. This is stuff that I
why would they listen
advocate
to
for
you?
men to do
Why would men take your advice?
because I'm a winner. They see the results. Very
Yeah,
simple.
I mean,
Very simple.
the amount of times you lie up here, like you are the
Dex,
most
prove
un.
anything. Dex, prove anything
Listen,
was a lie. Prove a
listen,
single lie.
hey,
Dex, prove. I don't want to
listen,
listen to shit.
hey,
Prove a
hey,
single lie.
hey.
Prove
You
a
just
lie.
lied. Wait, wait. Okay, I'll
Prove it.
prove one. I'll prove one simple one. When you said love. in this conversation, in this live today, you
Prove it.
lied numerous times and
Prove
said
it.
you didn't say love
Prove it.
when you did.
Prove it.
I
Telling
explained
me
it
I
already.
explaining something isn't proof, dumbass. Prove
Yes,
it.
because when
It
okay,
is, and
when you
there's
went
evidence.
Prove
He has
wait, hold
it.
up, hold up, hold
witnesses.
up, hold up, hold
Several
up,
has
hold
heard
up,
it.
hold up. Hey, hold up. When you in court, how do you prove your case?
With evidence.
How do you provide the evidence? What do you have to do?
Are you
What
seriously
does a
asking this
lawyer do?
question?
What? Yeah, yeah.
They
Because what
present
does
the
a
evidence.
lawyer do? Wait, wait, wait.
They
What does a
present
lawyer?
you
Yeah,
nigga, I'm
present it.
answering. They
How?
present
How?
it.
How do they present it? How do they present it? Explain
Here's
it to
the
me.
evidence. Here is the evidence.
And
So unless
so
you
they
can
just
show
say,
me
"Here's
some
the
evidence,
evidence," and put it
yes,
down there,
yes,
and
nigga,
just they will look
yes,
at it.
yes,
Oh, that's it.
yes.
Like
Oh,
so lawyers.
are you
So
saying
wait, wait, wait. So
so
you literally up here.
that
Wait, wait, no, no, hold up. So you already said it. You
so
already said it. Hold up. So
what you're
no, no, no.
trying to get
Hey,
at, Dex? I'm gonna tell
that's
you
like
what you're trying.
hold up, hold up. I let you talk. I don't like to over talk people. So let me just finish.
So
Right.
stop doing it.
Let
If
me
you
finish.
don't
No, let me finish, and I will give
like
you
doing
time to
it, don't
talk.
do
I will let you finish. Let me just finish this quick.
it. I'm
I
done with
will
the
let you.
conversation.
Right. That's okay. That's okay. Because again, you're just showing how much of a fucking bitch you are because you can't stand the heat. You can't stand the heat. You're literally trying to say that lawyers don't actually explain the evidence to the jury and to the judge. Do you think that they just come and say, okay, this is the evidence and just walk away? Like to say that you have to be so confidently stupid to think that the greatest lawyers just walk in a courtroom and they have evidence and just say, hey, this is the evidence, and just let people just read it, and that's the end of it, and their job is done. You're even more dumb than I thought you were. You just literally raised the bar on how stupid you prove yourself to be in here. Like, what the?
So as I
Like
was
Johnny
saying,
Cochran, hey, no,
as I
you're
was
done with the
saying,
conversation again.
as I
You're done the conversation.
you
So then you lie
I'm
again.
done. So I'm not
Right, you're done
talking.
the
I'm not
conversation.
having that conversation with
I'm
you.
not. I'm not talking. I'm not
Right.
finished
You're
yet.
right. I'm not
Johnny,
having that
I'm not
conversation
finished
with
yet.
you.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished yet.
Well, hurry up.
Okay, yeah. So Johnny Cochran, when we watched Johnny Cochran in the OJ case, he just brought in evidence. I just said it in the courtroom.
Dex, unless you can prove it, shut the fuck up.
Then he dropped the mic. He just put the evidence on the
Yeah,
table
he
and just
just
said, boom,
I just
read that,
walked out.
bees. He
So
just
Dex,
left and let
unless
them
you can
decide the
prove it,
case.
shut the fuck up.
And witnesses don't mean anything. It don't matter to everybody
Yeah,
witness you saying love. Oh, prove it.
yeah,
Prove it to me. So
right.
stupid.
Okay, this is just the witness. You guys met the witness and just sit the fuck down. Like
So as I was saying,
this level
I
of
advocate
stupidity
for
is
fathers to try to get the
to be
children.
mediocre.
They do better. Children fare better with their fathers. As far as, like I said, the court thing is concerned, yes, most of it is handled in mediation because there are factors that the court consider. And one of the primary factors, even though they'll tell you there is no primary factor, the primary factor is typically status quo, what the child is most familiar with. And if it's most familiar with being at home with the mom, they don't like changing that. So because of that, your lawyer will tell you that, the mediator will tell you that. Once you understand this, you know that you need to spend more time with your children. That's how you get more time with your children. You spend more time with them. So yeah, I tell
So
people that.
so Summer, basically he's admitting that married women are single mothers in marriage, right? That's what he just explained there. So like even though they're in the house together, right? The father is not spending time to the point that even their lawyers would know, right? And would just say to them, hey, you haven't shown your kid any attention. You haven't been an actual father to them. And I'm advising you this to not try to get custody because again, you're not a parent. She is the parent. because he hasn't done shit. But for some strange reason, for men doing this, somehow they're better parents at the same
So,
time.
And here's
Summer,
the
to
thing
You
too,
know
answer,
what I mean?
Summer,
the
I see your
advice.
question.
You know what I mean, Summer? You know what I mean, Summer? Like the way he took his time and rationalized a contradiction should be studied.
Yeah,
Just
and
saying.
also like what you're saying, Gaslight, is not about the children. The advice you're giving those men is about their pockets. You're not saying, you did say it's better for the children to be in the father's life, but if that were true and if you really believe that, then that man would have already been super involved with his child already. As much as I can't stand my ex, he was already very involved with his children. It wasn't like he had to pretend. No lawyer had to explain to him, you should spend more time. He spent time with his children regularly anyway. I can't stand him for other reasons, but I'm not gonna lie about that. He's in his children's life. It's crazy that your advice is not about the children, not about what's best for them. It's not about Eve. It's about his pockets. Do you know how diabolical that is? And yeah,
So
go ahead and answer the question about the
you're
custody. Why should he get custody when they're not? He's the lawyer has to tell you to spend time with your kids. You're not that familiar with your kids. The only reason is the freaking money.
sure. I mean, if you want to make it about money, feel free to do so. But I can tell you, I don't know what type of lawyers you've been around, but they usually charge a few $100s an hour. I can assure you that you're going to pay more in lawyer fees than you're going to pay in child support for most people. Um, that aside,
Why did you bring that up? What point is that? What's your point?
because you brought up money. You brought up, I didn't
So
say
wait,
anything
no, but
about
my
money.
point
I
was
couldn't
this. The
care
reason
less.
you're
I
fighting,
don't care.
no,
The
wait,
money
no, but
isn't a
hold
factor.
on. No, the money is a factor
All
because
right,
the
so
reason
talk
you're
so
fighting
much.
her about it is because you don't want to pay her. You paying a lawyer instead of paying her does not prove your point. It's not just about spending money, it's about I don't want to give that bitch money. Okay?
Well, if
Don't
those are the
play
type
like
of
that. We
men
know
that
that that's
y'all,
not the same thing.
if those are the type of men y'all are familiar with, I
No,
suggest
I'm
y'all
talking about
find better
you
men.
in the things you're bringing up. I'm talking about you and the
Listen,
things you're
so
bringing up.
I didn't bring up
You're
money.
talking about how expensive it is to
I
have the
didn't
lawyer
bring,
and how it's not about
I
money. The
didn't
money is
bring up,
about you not paying her.
Summer, you brought up money, not me.
Yes,
I was
because
doing
it's about
fine
you
not
not
talking
wanting to
about
pay her.
money.
No, stick to the subject. Don't change it now. I'm not gonna let you wiggle out. If you can't have a
Sure.
conversation, just punk out now. I'm sorry, I don't like to use the word. Just
Not the
bow out
grade school
now because I'm not
manipulation.
gonna let you wiggle out of this with your bullshit.
Do
No,
better.
this is a
Do better.
manipulation. Have the
It's most
conversation about
certainly
you not
it's
wanting to pay
most
the woman,
certainly
not
manipulation.
about you paying the lawyer. No,
Hey,
no, because
listen,
you're lying and you
listen,
keep switching
listen,
it. I know you like to
listen.
gaslight, but guess what? I lived with a narcissist.
I
We
don't
could go at this
care.
all day
I
long. You're not gonna wiggle
absolutely
out of the
don't care.
bullshit. Back to the point. You don't want to pay the woman, so you're willing to pay the lawyer hundreds of dollars a month. Next part.
So again, not a determining factor. However, why should a man who's not familiar with his kids get custody? How do you become familiar with people? Wouldn't it be through time spent?
And he hasn't spent time with his kids, so why should he get custody?
Okay, okay. If he has custody, he'd be spending time with them. I'd think.
No, he's fighting for custody. He doesn't have custody. So
So
why
if
should
he,
he even be
Summer,
petitioning for it?
I'll say it slower. If he has the children, he'd spend more time with them, I'm sure.
No, that's not the question. That's not the question. One more time.
You asked the
Most of the
question.
time, hold on,
That's the answer.
no, hold on. Most of the time, people are having a baby because they're in some sort of relationship together. Something. It's not usually a one night stand. Either they're together, living together, or they're together, they live separately, right? He has the opportunity to be there often through the pregnancy and the doctor's appointments and all of that, the delivery in the baby's life. This isn't some stranger woman. I'm not talking about a one night stand and you don't know her and she wouldn't let you see the baby. Most of these people have opportunity to be around the child. Yes, there are some situations where she's really, you just can't see the baby and she's okay. Most of the people have the opportunity to see the child. He's not around the child that much. Once the child support situation comes up, it's like, no, I don't want to pay the child support. I'd rather have custody so I don't have to pay you. That man has not made an effort to be around the child. Why should he get custody?
I
I can't
literally gave you
understand.
an answer.
Hold
I
on,
won't
before you.
answer it again.
Okay, good. That's cool. Hi, blessings.
Sagittarius, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Who's good? How are you?
I'm doing good. You want to go ahead and address the prompt, or did you have something else you wanted to say?
I'll address the prompt if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
I believe that a lot of fathers, I would say majority, honestly, I believe that majority of fathers abandon their children because they can't have access to the mother. I believe that if the mother stayed with the father and gave them what they wanted, they would continue to play house. And I think that's the same reason why men will go to another woman with children and he'll play house with her because he has access to the mother. And once he no longer has access to the mother, now she's bitter. And even though she's the one that doesn't want nothing to do with him, he's going to run around telling everybody, she won't let me see my kids because she still wants me, even though it's farther from the truth. I see that a lot. And those same men will run around and tell everyone else, she won't let me see my kids. Meanwhile, this woman is chasing him down like, please come get your kids and give us a break.
I agree with you.
If that ain't the most narcissistic, oh, he don't want the kids, he just want access to me. Y'all always make some shit about yourselves. Get over yourself. You're not that important. Not y'all
So
individual, not y'all individually. Calm the fuck down. But
No,
women,
no, no,
and
no.
relax.
women
I
in
was
general,
just, I was
y'all be
actually,
on.
hey, Gaslight, calm down. I was thanking you for your advice, but you were being a narc, thinking that I was about to fight you back. You see how y'all make yourself the victim all the time. I was
Yes.
thanking you.
I literally said I'm not talking about y'all individually. That's it. I wasn't
I let,
defending anything.
sir, see, you're still not listening. I'm telling you, I was not attacking you for what you were saying. I was agreeing with you.
Okay, and I'm
Yeah.
saying that I wasn't defending myself. I was speaking in general. We're both just saying things, and that's okay.
No, well,
Pretty
No, you're
easy.
defending yourself
they
right
didn't even
now.
get a
You're doing
chance
it
to
right
say
now.
anything.
You're
Well, they
you're
didn't even
defending
get a
yourself.
chance to say anything. As soon as their voice, they just said the first syllable.
Nobody asked
You
you that.
start going, I don't give a fuck.
I do.
Yeah,
Nobody asked you that.
I know you care because you're weak, you're fragile.
Sure,
Right,
whatever.
I know. Yeah, it's okay. So, but Blessing, I agree with you too because he actually explained that in detail just now too because clearly he even admit that the men in marriages don't really pay attention to the kids because the woman is always having the kids too. Like, you know what I mean? So it's only about having access to women.
Absolutely. And I think that if we're all having the same story, right? Because it's not just I have literally like multiple women, like a lot of us have the same story. So I think that if everyone's saying the same thing, we can't all be lying. Like it's pretty common for a man to get upset because you're running from him and then play the victim.
Sure. There was a point in time where our vaccines had mercury in them, and all the doctors said it was good for you. Guess what? One of the five most deadliest toxins on the planet.
You can't say that
So
on
yes,
TikTok.
yes, you can. I assure you, you can. So yeah,
Lord,
to
not an
that, to that,
anti-vaxxer. He is
to
he is
I'm
stupider
not
than we
here
thought.
here
He
here you
keeps
here
showing us
you
he's
go.
stupider and stupider.
Yeah,
Wait,
that,
is this gaslight?
yeah, it, yeah.
Oh, I
Here
don't
you
think
go,
it's
just being
gaslight.
dumber than usual. I'm
Okay,
not an
thank you.
anti-vaxxer.
All
Merely
right.
pointed out that the group of people can be wrong. Doctors were, and they're some of the smartest people on the planet.
Alrighty, thank you. Yeah, so I believe that's why majority of fathers abandon their children. And as you can see by who initiates divorces, it's not uncommon for women to run from men, and everyone runs for a reason.
And that's why fathers go to court because women are running with the kids.
They actually don't go to
Imagine
court. That's the problem.
that
They s-
that's absolutely not true.
they in mass men don't go to court. They'll rather run to their homeboys and chill on the block and be like, "She won't let me see the kids. Can you pass me the blunt?"
I'm sorry what ghettos you were raised in, but most people aren't raised in ghettos.
Yikes! I didn't know I
No,
was
wait, wait,
raised in the
wait.
ghetto.
You think that is only happens in the ghetto? Like he hasn't been around rich people? They
They
use
rich
drug,
people don't go sit on the
they
block.
use can
Rich
what?
people don't go sit on the block talking about passing blunts. That shit happen in the ghettos y'all are from.
Yeah, you're stupid. You are stupid.
Like,
Again,
They do things. Listen, they do things with impunity because they can.
I
when
don't
was the
think
last
gaslight
time you
is
saw
genuine.
a gang of white folk, rich white folk, hanging on the block smoking blunts?
Oh, I can answer
When was
They
the
that.
are
last time you
blocked.
saw
Can I
that?
They are.
can I answer
Listen,
that? Can I
listen.
answer that, please,
When
please,
was
please,
the
please,
last time?
please?
Okay,
So
Yeah, go
I
yeah,
ahead.
live in a
y'all can.
neighborhood, right? The comps in my neighborhood right now is 500K. That's how much I bought my house for, a little bit over that. 2 doors down from me, to celebrate their Father's Day, my white teen neighbors were outside smoking. You know what? they smoke and drink all the time. In fact, every single weekend they have parties and they sit in front of their house and they partake in things that we can smell from my home. So don't think they don't
Yeah,
sit outside and partake in those activities as well, because they do.
yeah, yeah.
Of
In
course, they're
my
going to be
where I live,
outliers.
where I live, not where I live. Literally, what they do, they advertise it. Actually, would say it's a candy party, right? So they will have bowls, and they will just be out in front of the yard, just like literally people. Everybody will be just outside. They will have things in
Oh
bottles.
my
They will
gosh, y'all
have
would get on here and lie
grass.
about anything. Prove it.
Yeah,
Prove it.
You want a
I
video?
no,
don't
I
care.
mean,
I don't care about y'all
no,
stories.
no. You
Prove it.
ask. Here's the thing, right? Here's how dumb you are, right? You
Prove it.
ask a question, and somebody giving you an answer, right?
You know, I actually believe blessing. I just
So
think you're a liar.
you think.
You're a
So
liar.
wait.
Prove it.
Your name is
Prove it.
Gaslight. You've been lying
Prove
up
it.
here the entire time. Nobody believes you
Prove it.
because you have shown to be a liar.
That's cool. I don't care if you believe me or not. That's not one of the
No,
things I think
no,
about
no.
during
What's
my
your
day.
persona?
Yeah.
Your persona is to be confidently stupid.
Your
When you come
persona
up
is
here,
to
you
just
lie
be stupid.
confidently. Yeah, no, because yeah,
Prove I
you
lied.
are stupid.
Prove I lied.
I don't have to.
You can't. There's a difference in not having to and being
Everybody
unable
knows.
to do
Listen,
so. Prove it.
you think?
Prove it.
Listen,
Prove it, nigga.
why you
Prove it,
think
nigga.
Blessing said this is gaslight? You listen. You have a reputation,
That's wonderful. That mean
right?
that
Why you think
what?
you have a reputation?
Because I'm an
No, no, wait.
amazing person and people
No,
love to
no.
hear
What
me talk.
reputation
I'm
you think?
literally telling you,
Okay,
nigga.
so Blessing, what reputation does he have?
So I ran into Gaslight when I first started to come on TikTok, and I honestly came to the conclusion that it's not genuine. Like, in my opinion, I don't believe someone can really be like this. I think it's just an act, and it's like a part of his persona that he's created for TikTok. So once I found out it was Gaslight, I didn't take it personal anymore.
No, I don't take it personal. But what type of person would do
None
that
of
though?
you
A
should ever take it
narcissist.
personal. It's never personal. It's
He
always
really,
just
So okay,
factually true and
summer.
y'all getting y'all feelings.
That's Sagittarius. What is Gaslight's reputation?
I only know him from this live, honestly, and I'm guessing it's gaslighting. But
it's
like,
gaslighting, it's narcissism, and he argues back. Gaslight will make anything that there's no argument to. He's going to find an argument to that.
no, but listen. When Gaslight says things about women, he has more inflection and emotion in his voice. He believes that part.
Mm-hmm.
Or
When
is he
yeah,
just
because he said something earlier about the patriarchy, which you guys make a big of every fucking day. It's like, damn, it was so
Oh, I
harsh.
said what?
But do you believe it, or
Just
could he
changed
just
when you said
possibly?
patriarchy and us complaining about it. You
Oh
the
yeah,
hate
yeah.
came
Cause
up. You couldn't
no,
your
no, no.
mask
It
slipped.
wasn't hate.
Hey, Narc, your mask slipped.
My mask never slips. I make sure of it.
A narcissist says the
Yeah, I told you, wearing a
literally.
mask. You
I
didn't
didn't
next
say
to wearing a
I
mask.
did.
You're a
I,
Proven the
weirdo.
point in
we
real
all wear
time.
masks. We all wear
You're proving
masks.
the point in real time.
What point have I
Like
proven?
literally, listen. Literally, we deal with dudes like you all the time. Yeah, you think you special that we
You think
not
you
seeing right through
special?
it? No, I don't
As
actually.
you and you shouldn't. You're basic
No, I don't. No, no.
appropriately.
Listen. I'm just me. Listen. I'm just me. I don't say that I'm this. I don't say that I'm that. I just literally read things, and I have information, and when we're talking about stuff, I will bring something positive to the conversation. I will bring something of fact to the conversation. Like people don't have these conversations with me because I don't play around like that. My reputation is not what you have because I've always been consistent when it comes to facts, statistics. I could bring up stuff like I've always done that,
So
and I don't look for praise for it. I This is just what I just look up truth.
so
I
why
just look
haven't
for
you
facts.
proven
That's
anything?
all it is, right?
So why haven't you proven anything? You've made quite
Why
a
would
few.
I prove? Listen, you know what? You
That's
know
your
what a gaslight.
that's
You know
your
what a
reputation,
narcissist
is
does.
it? Isn't it?
No, no, no. Wait. Not for a narcissist. I don't waste my time when I'm talking to a narcissist.
Why would you talk to a narcissist if you don't waste your time?
Exactly.
That
I'm
sounds
saying I'm
counterproductive.
not. No, no, no. Listen, I could berate a narcissist. I'm okay with doing that, but I'm not going to prove anything to you.
I beg to differ, but
I will
that's neither
drag.
here.
I listen. I'm okay with dragging a narcissist.
Sure,
That is
whatever
what I
tickles your
enjoy.
fancy, good
I
sir.
enjoy that. I enjoy that.
Sure.
So I'm having fun
So wait,
with it, right?
you take
Yeah.
pleasure in being a bully? Eh. That
For
doesn't.
to narcissists, to
You take
narcissists,
pleasure in
yeah.
being a bully. Well, that doesn't
To
sound
listen, listen,
like.
listen, listen. Hey,
Well,
listen.
whatever.
To a narcissist and a bully, I'm okay with matching them. I'm okay with it. I will wear
Okay,
that.
being narcissistic and bullying.
No, no, no.
You
Listen, I
said you're
will.
matching
I
it.
will.
Is that not
No,
that
no.
sounds
There's
like
the
matching?
energy. Okay.
Oh,
No, no,
you're
no.
now you're
That's not what
matching.
I said.
That's
No, no.
exact. You
I'm
said
matching
I no.
energy.
You didn't
Listen,
use the word
listen.
energy. You said I'll match that.
Wait,
That's
when
exactly
I'm
what you
matching,
said.
listen. I just said
I'm not
I
really
will
listening to
drag.
you, bro.
I will drag.
I'm
I know you're
just
not listening to it, so that's why I'm not.
so
I'm
why
just.
are you
That's
repeating
listen. I
yourself?
know.
I'm
Listen.
not
No, no.
listening.
I'm
Why are you
not
repeating
repeating
yourself?
myself right now. I'm not. I'm just talking over you.
And you're gonna say what you said before.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking. That's my point. My point is just to talk over you.
Oh, that's okay. I don't
No, I'm
mind.
not really trying to do anything in particular.
Oh, that's okay. I don't
And that's
mind.
not
Go
what I'm
ahead,
saying. I'm
talk.
not really trying to
If
do
it makes you
anything
feel
particular, or
better, go
repeat
ahead and
myself
talk
all the
over
time
me.
and stuff like that. I would just
Awesome.
do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That tells me that you
Right,
struggle
right.
with
I know. I
emotional
already said that.
regulation.
I already said
You've
that. I
let me
enjoy that.
drag you so far
I
that now
like
you're
that.
showing that you
No,
can't
I
handle
like to do
yourself.
this. I like to do
Of
this. I
course you do.
sometimes I
It's the
have
way.
time for it.
It's a
Yes.
coping mechanism. It's a
Yeah, yeah,
coping
yeah, yeah. It's
mechanism
a coping
for
mechanism.
sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. It is. It is. It is.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad
It
you
is a
can
coping mechanism. It
self-reflect.
is. Yeah, it
What's
is a
that stuff
coping
called where you
mechanism.
look internally?
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Right.
yeah, I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called. I
that's
don't do
what. No,
that
no.
shit.
Say it one more time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've already
No, no.
stated
Say
it.
it one more time. Say it one more time. Or you have anything
You
else to
have
add?
to you have
What
to
else you have
overtalk
to
me
add?
when I'm
That's it.
talking. You don't
That's
wait
it.
until I'm done to
No, no, no.
start
I'm
doing
not
it,
trying
sir.
to do.
You're
I'm not,
doing it wrong.
no,
You're
just do
absolutely
it.
doing
Just
it
do it.
wrong.
No, I'm just doing me. It's not no
And you're
right or
doing it
wrong.
wrong.
It don't
You
have no
should do it
right or
better.
wrong. And that's not no right or wrong.
You're doing you
It don't
wrong.
have no
Be
right or
better.
wrong. I'm just doing me. Yeah.
Be better.
Yeah. I am being better right now.
You're not.
I am being better.
Okay, cool, whatever. So yeah, as I
Right.
was saying,
Right.
um,
What were you saying again?
so yeah, Summer, spending more
What you
time.
were saying
They would
again?
do that if you
Hey,
have
last
custody
night.
of
What you were
them.
saying? I didn't hear what you were saying just now.
It's okay. I wasn't talking to you.
Right. I
Summer heard
know
me.
what you were saying.
The person I'm speaking to
I,
heard me.
who was you talking to? I didn't hear what you said.
It's okay. You don't have to.
You was
She
talking
heard
to
me.
who again?
You were talking to who
Oh,
again?
yeah, yeah. Who you was talking to?
I was talking to your wife.
I don't have one, but
I know you don't.
yeah, I know. I already said that.
I mean, neither one of
You
us
don't
is
have to
talking
repeat
to
it.
her.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I didn't
That's the point.
repeat it.
Yeah, so that you first time you've been correct all night.
I was correct about everything
No,
I
no,
said,
day you
especially
hasn't
the
been
things I
correct
said
all night. It's
about
the
you.
first time you was talking about that.
Hey y'all, I left
Now
and
you're just
came back to
mumbling
the
at this
phone.
point.
I wanted to say something. Gaslight. I don't know if today was a bad day for you, but it sounds like it is. It
Why
sounds
would
like you
today?
extra crabby because you usually will fuck with people, right? But kind of like in a joking way, like you get up here to nag or what have you. But like some of the dark shit you said, like your mood, like your voice, all that shit is not normal. So I feel like today was a fucked up day, especially if you're going through the struggles you're going with. So I wanted to say, don't do that to us. We
Oh
not
no
that
no no.
lady. Don't
My
put it
day.
on us.
You're not what lady? No matter. No, actually.
Whoever
Lady
you
you don't
fighting
care
with,
about.
whoever this fight is for, I know when the fight ain't mine. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't mine. But
Listen,
don't come over
Dark
here and do
horse.
that
This
to us.
battle is never yours. It's the Lord's, or whatever they said in that song. No, my day's been amazing. I recovered
not
some
serving
gold
the Lord you
today.
serve. We don't know what you serve. Oh no.
Uh, well, I was talking to her about the battle not being hers, it's the Lord's. So it wouldn't have anything to do with my Lord. But common sense would tell you that.
We don't know what Lord you serve. You
But
talking some
it isn't
dark shit,
about
so
my
I don't think she want to
Lord.
be included in however you do
Yeah,
your dark
so
Lord.
cool, great. So yeah, Dark Horse. My day's been really well. I think I recovered like 5 grams of gold, so that's always a plus. I try to aim for, at minimum 5 grams.
No, I don't mean business wise. I mean this is the F day. The F is
No,
for
no, no.
father. This is the F
Oh no,
day,
no.
and we
Yeah, no,
not
no,
and
no.
we you're not in the best place right now on that
No.
particular subject. So it can be triggering. It can be a lot going on if it ain't ideal yet, and y'all ain't reached the finish line, and you don't have a compromise yet in that area. So I could say today could be triggering because it is showing off like real bad, and you
No,
fighting
I have
longer
the
than
you know
normal.
same I have the same
the
temperament every
holidays
day. I just don't have anything else to do
and
right now.
the holidays often bring up things that we're not even aware of. I know when I first got divorced, that first Eid, I was like, I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine. It's fine. It was whatever. I don't care. I was like, woo, emotional that day, and I was shocked. Like, oh wait, I do got some feelings to work through. It is hard. It's a
Oh yeah.
holiday. This is effed up. This is not what I expected. I thought my children would be in my home. You know, that's messed up. That can hurt. Don't take it out on us.
I'm sorry you went through that. I
Go
don't
talk to a
celebrate
man. You don't like us
holidays.
no more. You hate women. No, no, don't talk to me. Go talk to a man about it, about your feelings. Maybe a therapist would be helpful because we don't give a
Yeah, absolutely. Who would expect random people on the internet to care? That'd be weird. I think it's weird that y'all have these parasocial relationships, if I'm
We
being
do care
honest.
about some
But
people. We don't
aside
care
from
about
that,
you because of the things you said and do, and because you're a misogynist. But
and
we do
that's
care about people. We care about
absolutely
each other. I'm saying
fine.
we don't give a fuck about them.
I can assure you, no
To
sweat
me,
off my back or my brow.
to me, he's more of a comic
Doesn't
relief.
bother me
To be
any.
honest with you, to me, he's more of a comic relief. To be honest with you, because when I hear the voice, I know it is going to be nothing of substance. Like it's a guarantee, like guaranteed to fucking happen. It's going to be bullshit. Like every single time is this same bullshit. And the thing is, he basks in it because he says it so confidently too. He acts that way because this is he embraces it.
That just prove me wrong.
He embraces his mediocrity. Like you understand?
Just
That's why he's
prove
so
me wrong.
comfortable. Listen,
I'm confident because I'm correct.
no, you're confidently stupid. That's why
Prove me wrong. Prove
I
me
know
wrong.
you're
That
confident. You're just
you know
confidently
why
saying
you
it.
say what you say, because you've not once ever proven me wrong about anything.
I
And
know that.
it's your
A lot of
ego.
times
I
I've told you
understand
that.
it.
A lot
It's
of
your
times I've
ego.
told you.
I understand it.
Yeah.
There are other men here
Mhm.
and you feel, inferior. And that's
Okay, wait.
okay.
So
That's
wait.
absolutely okay.
Let's put it to the test. Let's put it to the test.
This is exactly why
Hey,
you
hey,
feel the
hey,
need to
hey,
overtalk, because it
gaslight.
makes you feel more masculine. You're a
No,
real
no,
big
no.
man, little buddy.
Yeah, hey, gaslight. Gaslight. You want to put it to the test?
I'm not Beyonce. You don't have to keep saying my name, sir.
No, no. Hey, you want to put it to the test?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Just ask.
Whole sentences.
Wait.
Complete
Ask.
sentences have subjects and predicates.
Listen,
Want to put it to the test?
ask
What the fuck
everyone.
are you
Yeah,
talking about?
it's a question. Do you want to put it to the test?
What are you talking about?
Oh,
What
okay.
is this it?
No, you're saying that I never prove you wrong.
You haven't.
Right. Ask the people on the panel if I've ever proved you wrong or not.
Ask
I'm
them
not
for
gonna say
what?
no.
You've not proven anything. You've made a
No,
statement. You've made
yeah, I know.
claims.
So I'm asking you
Anybody
to
can make
ask.
claims.
No, no, wait. So
Prove your claim.
no. Let's wait.
Substantiate your
I'm
claim, sir.
proving it. I'm proving it. I want
Okay,
you to
you're
ask. I
boring
want
me
you
now.
to.
You're boring me now. Unless you
Hey,
can support what you're saying with
why are
evidence.
you scared to
Unless you
ask?
can support what you're saying with evidence.
Hey, why are you
It's
scared to
not
ask?
about being scared. It's about knowing where you are. People are going
Right.
to
So
agree with. Listen.
so people just agree
People,
with me.
people
So
will
people
agree
just
with
agree with
you. Have you ever
me.
heard the saying,
Mm.
"My friends' friends are my friends, and my friends' enemies are my enemies"? It's no surprise that some of the people here don't like me. They have a negative feeling towards me, which is weird. They should be able to live their lives outside the internet. But if they don't, so be it, right? So they'll agree with you, sure. But I
Hey,
don't give a fuck if they agree with you.
hey,
Can
Darkos,
you prove it? Can you
Darkos,
prove me wrong?
Darkos. Doesn't that a person who already saying that people is going to agree with me and not with him? That's an excuse he's making before you guys actually answer, right? What kind of person would do that?
There's a
I
difference
think,
between an
was it
excuse and a
Sad?
I would.
reason.
Sad or Summer already said it. It's the I don't care about anything kind of attitude. And it's kind of a fatalist view. And it kind of happens sometimes when you are overwhelmed and there's a lot of shit going on that you can't really manage. You don't have control over. You have that fuck everything, nothing matters kind of attitude. That's all that it is coming out right now. It happens to all of us. We go through it.
So when he
Now, it happens to all of us. We go through it.
so when he was saying I was using a coping mechanism, that was projection. So he's using this as a coping mechanism, actually.
Correct. I don't
No,
care about
one
anything, so you
doesn't
can't hurt
negate the
me.
other.
Oh, okay. So he's using it, making it seem like I'm not going to do it because I already know the answer. And I'm going to be proven wrong in front of everyone. So I'm not going to answer it. And then I'll make up an excuse of why I'm not going to answer it.
When the
No,
kids
I
say,
just have.
"I know I want some ice cream, but I know you're already gonna say no, so I ain't gonna ask." But you just asked.
Yo, that's definitely entertaining when kids do that. I usually tell them, "You right, I'm gonna say
Uh,
no." But
oh
aside
my
from that,
God.
right? Um, Asking them doesn't prove anything. They're just gonna
Oh,
say, "Oh
so,
yeah,
so,
it's
so
not
let me
proof,
ask you
sir.
this. So when you're in a
Just
court of law,
show
right?
me
And you
proof."
brought, listen, when you're in a court of law and you bring a witness, what does, so the witness doesn't make a difference in in a case?
Do they make a difference?
Yeah.
Sure, they could. They're good and bad witnesses.
They here for it. If you have a bad witness, what would entail a good witness and what would entail a bad witness?
A good witness would move the case along in your favor, and a bad one wouldn't. This is
How would they do that?
by giving unreliable testimony, being an unreliable person.
And why would they be unreliable?
There's many reasons why someone would be unreliable. Their
Well, give us.
history, their history, their credibility with the people who they're testifying in front of. Could be a lot of reasons.
So you're telling me if someone has a bad reputation,
Here. I'll help
wait, no,
you.
wait, let me just
No, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, wait, hold
I'm
up, let
gonna
me just
answer.
finish.
I'm about to answer your
Let me
question.
just let me, no, I haven't asked my question
You
yet.
don't need to
That is
because I already know the
idiotic.
answer to it.
Listen, it's idiotic to do that,
I mean,
right?
you can call it what you want
So,
to. It doesn't change
right,
that
no,
it's
no,
factually true.
wait. So let me ask you this. Let me ask my question. So you saying is, so if a witness has a quote unquote bad reputation, right? You telling me that they cannot witness something, and if they witness something, a judge will never believe them if they literally there and witness it and explain in detail what they witness, and other witnesses collaborate with it. You saying that the judge, because they have a bad reputation, will just dismiss that?
You see all those cats entered that weren't there. To answer your question, yes,
They
a
will.
judge will still discredit your testimony. A jury will still I'm answering your
No,
question.
you was
A
breaking up. I
jury
wasn't
will
hearing you.
still discredit your testimony. Hell,
No, you
cat.
was breaking up. I wasn't hearing
Okay,
anything.
yeah, I see. I got a
See
bad
again,
connection.
yeah.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. So yes, absolutely. If you're not a good witness, your testimony, even if it's corroborated by other people, they are the ones who would be believed, not you. Your testimony would still hold very little weight. We know this to be true because if you've ever watched a court show or actually been inside a courtroom, I've been in them many times, spectating and such. If you've ever been inside a courtroom, you'll see they'll ask, did the prosecutor give you an offer? That's a bad witness. You know why it's a bad witness? Because they got an offer maybe for being excused for the part they took in it. You know, those are bad
No, no, no,
witnesses.
no,
Are
no,
they
no.
witnesses? Sure.
Your premise. Wait,
But
now you
did
change.
you
Wait,
you
wait,
are
wait. Now you
viewed as
change.
a
Wait, no, no, no,
bad
no. You're
witness?
changing what you were saying, what I addressed, right? Because you're talking about just reputation. So I addressed what having a bad reputation. I didn't inject anything else. I addressed what you brought
Sure.
up. Now you bring in something up in place of what we spoke about just now in order to dismiss me addressing what you brought up.
So here,
That
Dex. Here.
that that is arguing in bad faith because you're not addressing what you brought up initially. Now you're changing it in order to discredit me addressing what you originally said.
So Dex, you've been here for quite some time now. Do you think Rosa Parks was the first black woman who wouldn't give her seat up to a white person?
I would think it would have probably had others.
Yeah, there was a
Just because of the nature of what was happening. I would think other women did it.
yeah. So there was another woman who did it. I can't think of her name right now, but I don't know if I want to say she a woman. Y'all niggas be weird. But there was another person who didn't give her seat up. She was pregnant. She was unmarried. They could have used her, but they didn't because she's just, even though she did the same thing Rosa Parks did, Rosa Parks had a better reputation. She wasn't an unwed single mother or a single
So
mother
that's
to
not
be.
reputation.
So,
So wait,
That's false.
so
That's
absolute,
false.
not.
That's
Yeah,
false.
absolutely.
that
It's
don't make sense
absolute.
at all. That
Prove it wrong.
I don't
Well,
That's all I
listen.
ask.
so
This ain't got nothing to do with the prompt no more. What are we talking about?
it doesn't.
Gaslight? Go back to the prompt. I want to know why, when you fighting for your baby, you came in here and agreed with Flashy about if the fight too much, just give up and walk away because it sounds like the fight is too much and you would rather give up and walk away or unalive all of them. But one or the other because you tired of fighting, but yet you in here advocating and saying you telling men how to fight for it because you still fighting. So that's the point of contention right here about the prompt. Why do fathers abandon their children? You're saying, hey, I see why some men do it. Yet you're also over here saying, but I'm not doing it. I'm still fighting. But it sounds like the fight is exhausting and the fight is expensive and that it's not in a good spot right now. So you're
So,
arguing the prompt,
Oh my God,
yet
that makes
supporting the prompt. So it's
so,
some contradictions. I wanted to get into those contradictions. This other shit, this sidebar that y'all done have for an hour at this point, is too much. That's what we're in here talking about. Why these men are walking away, what men deem acceptable to walk away, when they should stay, and how that looks. Because they're all not the same. So we were looking for different reasons and to expand on that, not this other sidebar shit.
okay, great. So I guess we're making this about me. Um, there is no amount of money that's an issue for me to fight for my child. You would never hear me say, "Oh, this shit costs too much money." Hell, I know I'm gonna get the money back because again, I win. Which, by the way, I'm definitely winning. Aside from me personally, the reason I said I understand is because we know that when men don't get their way, we see what happens. When you're keeping a man's children from him, we see what happens. I would suggest if you ever feel like you're losing control of yourself whilst trying to fight to be in your children's life, walk away. It's better for the children that way. It's better for the woman you have children with. It's better for you. I would advocate that they walk away as opposed to becoming violent.
so. I'm honestly, I didn't know you were a father. That makes sense because I always see you in baby mom bashing lives. So I'm glad to hear that it comes from somewhere. You're not just like being hateful for no reason. But I'm not trying to be rude when I say this. I can understand why that woman is running from you.
That's cool. Don't
I
care.
think maybe you should work on yourself and then you can co-parent peacefully.
but
So here's the
but
thing. I have
blessing,
no
And
interest
I'm
in
not even trying to be
co-parenting.
rude.
but
No,
blessing,
I get it. I have no interest in co-parenting.
but
I will be
blessing.
in my child's life and that's it. I have no interest in having any type of anything with anyone.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the problem.
Absolutely. It's not a problem at all.
What is a problem? That's why you don't have your child.
Well,
But
that's
bless,
not why I don't have my child, but
It is
that's
why.
neither here nor there. Sure, you have an opinion and that's great.
but blessing. You know what's the funny thing? The two options that he said in those situations is either walk away or violence.
Yeah. That's a red flag. But another red flag is saying, I don't want to co-parent. That's a red flag. Like that would be a reason for someone to say, I don't want to deal with this. This is negativity, and to just remove yourself from a situation.
Right.
Okay, and that's exactly what I just said. I don't want to co-parent. I'm removing myself from a co-parenting situation and parenting to my child. I'm
Yeah.
literally doing what you're saying.
Right. So you're removing yourself from parenting your child. That's what you just said.
Right.
That's, I mean, if that's what you heard, then so be it.
Okay, well that's what you said.
Do you
That's
know what
literally what
parallel
you said.
blessing?
That's
That's
literally
not at
what
all
you
what I
said.
said. I said I'm removing myself
I,
from co-parenting
You said
and
co-parenting
just
and parenting for my child.
so wait, wait.
parenting my child. Since you didn't hear, I'll clarify. And just parenting my child.
Well, you didn't
Simple.
enunciate, but okay, that's fair.
Okay,
So,
great. So I clarified. We're good. Move on. Simple.
well, I mean, you fighting with us, go fight that courtroom.
I'm already winning there. I'm winning here as well. You know what? I'm winning.
If you think you
I'm
winning
doing
here,
so good there that
guaranteed
I
you're
had
not
to
winning
come
in the
here and argue with
And you
you
corporation.
know what? It's
niggas.
not even his fault, honestly. Like, this is what happens when we don't like vet and take our time to figure out who it is we're having children with.
I mean, that would be a lot of you single mothers.
It would, including the one you made a single mother as she runs from you.
No, she's not running from me.
She's running.
Not at all.
She's
I
running
mean,
and you're chasing that courtroom.
sure, have your opinion. But again, it's not about her and it never will be. This is
Listen,
what y'all
in
do.
order for,
Y'all think men are interested in having y'all around. It's not
But
about
if it
y'all.
wasn't
Rest
about her,
assured
you
it
would
isn't.
co-parent. If it was about your child, you would co-parent for the sake of your child.
No,
But because you have such a
you don't have
disdain
to
for her, you're
co-parent.
like, I'm not gonna. Because you have such a disdain from her, you're like, I'm not co-parent, and you think that it's going to go in a different favor. I'm not sure why. That's your business. I don't need no details. But literally,
Sure,
had
I
you
don't
just
need to
co-parented,
co-parent.
things would probably come. You don't have to. You don't have to at all. So
Exactly.
you feel as though you have authority, and literally, I don't know if you realize it or not, but you have no authority. You're fighting and whining to a court for
I
authority.
mean,
And I'm saying
you
it bluntly,
have
and I apologize. I'm sorry if it comes out wrong. My intentions are really not to be rude to you. I guess me speaking to you is not going to help you any, but it's just if you were to co-parent, I'm sure things would go differently.
no, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with however you say it. I assure you, it's not going to bother me any.
Yeah, I would run
I
from the
don't I don't
fucking
I don't
hills.
I don't take the opinions of people on the internet to heart.
Yeah, I would jump out the window trying to run.
That's cool. Don't hurt yourself on the way down. That's what I would say.
I would risk it to get away.
Hey, that's fine. But if we're going to entertain this idea that you do all of that to get away, why the fuck would someone co-parent with you? Doesn't sound conducive for them.
It's
Doesn't sound
conducive for the
good for.
child.
If you're doing all of that to get away, why should anyone co-parent with you?
Well, you get away from people who make your parenting difficult, right? You get away from situations that are not healthy for your child. That's when it's like, all right, this is not healthy for my child. I need to get away so they can be in a safer environment, maybe not see two personalities argue with each other or whatever else that adults do that's not safe for a child's upbringing.
Right. So that's why they shouldn't co-parent with you. Yes.
Right. If someone does not want to co-parent, you 100% should run and not co-parent with them.
Great. We on the same
You
page.
shouldn't force someone to be a father. It's either they want to be a father or they don't.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
For sure.
You were saying something, Dex? Oh yeah. I know what you said. You said it's always those two things. Dex, can you repeat to me what I said?
Okay. I just came back in the phone.
Mia, welcome back.
Hey, host.
Hey.
Don't be leaving me like that. Don't you leave me like that. That's not okay.
we out in the streets again, man.
No. Not me coming back and then Tara coming back up here.
Where the fuck is you at?
Tara, get some bullshit.
I'm like, I can't fucking do it.
I done seen all the
Like,
backups come through here, so I know you in these streets because I done
no, I
seen your
was in
backups come
here
through
on the
here.
backup gifting, and I was ripping and running, but I was cleaning up, and I had stepped away from my phone, so I couldn't like unmute or nothing, but I was listening on my other Facebook. I wasn't on nobody live, but that ain't the point. Tara, what you?
Oh, I couldn't do it no more. This shit was annoying.
Because it's not a crash out. It's kind of like the soft padded helmet, but hitting the wall
Wait,
with your head kind of thing. So
wait.
it ain't like it's like that, but it's like a padded helmet, kind of like wall, boom, 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 going on
It's
in
big
there.
gaslight.
So yeah, Gaslight, he got the padded helmet on,
Come
so it
on,
ain't like a full on
gaslight.
crash out. It ain't like a car at
Listen,
70 miles an hour to a wall, but it's still kind of the same thing. Like you was still like pulling back, like yo, you gotta stop. So that's all. It's just like a soft crash out.
Come on,
But we
buddy.
still reach the
absolutely
destination.
no
Oh,
way I'm gonna
We still
crash
reach the
out on
destination.
here.
We still
no.
reach. Yeah, we still reach the destination of nothing, right?
Okay.
It was just this time was just through the confidently stupid route. That's all it is.
Melma Sandra said it's been a whole crash out.
Melvin
Yeah,
Sanders is
through the
just seeking
confidently stupid route.
attention.
Well, no,
Damn.
Gaslight was just explaining to us why he goes to lives and bash baby mothers all day. We kind of figured out why.
I can't believe that.
Yes,
Girl.
you can. You can believe it.
What in the
Listen,
world?
I don't bash baby mothers. I
I
don't
wasn't
bash.
alive with
I
you
don't.
bashing baby mothers. What are you talking about?
No, you weren't. No,
Yes,
you
I
weren't.
was.
No, you weren't.
You gonna gaslight me, gaslight? Come on
No,
now.
I'm just telling you that you're lying. I'm not gaslighting
Okay,
you.
well, we were in Franklin's panel. You did. You did. You were up there bashing baby mothers. You and some white team man. Let's be real.
Oh
Damn.
shit, you
Uh,
joining YT man too. Damn.
absolutely not.
Crazy.
Damn.
Some of my favorite people are single mothers.
Lord have mercy. You know what?
Damn.
Hell yeah. Some of my favorite people are gaslighters.
Yeah, it used to have slave. It has slave owners used to say that about their slaves. Just
This is crazy. I can't believe it. I'm like shocked.
Don't be. I wasn't crashing out. They forced all of these emotions on me that
What
I
is
didn't
even
display or
that
anything.
acting like everything and you shot, ma'am.
Yeah.
yeah, Mia. It was no. We didn't say it was a crash out. It was one of those. It was just a slow burn of stupidity. That's all it was. Like what I mean,
Dex,
like
just
you
prove
remember.
me wrong.
Listen, wait. I'm talking about you, not to you. So Mia, you
Mhm.
remember you remember that movie when they had like the people in this gold horse and they had like a little fire underneath it,
Oh yeah. The Trojan.
the Trojan horse. Yeah, that is what it was. That's how it felt like. You know what I mean? But we are just being burned with stupidity. Like just put your stupidity under the Trojan horse, and it was fucking us up.
What?
That's
Wow.
that's literally all it was. Yeah.
So Gaslight, what did you get from me?
Nothing. Dex was making claims that he couldn't substantiate. Then he was asking stupid questions that didn't further the conversation or anything. And apparently my voice is shaky and I'm expressing emotions that aren't there. I don't know. I was listening. I was hearing them talk, but I wasn't really listening. But I even said that. They just kept talking.
Lady Q said it was a crash out. You have endurance. It's crazy. She said you got endurance.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well,
I
it
was
was just
joking.
word salad and in a lot of doo doo dressing. That's all it was.
That I can agree, Dex. I wouldn't have said you
I
were
was talking about
thinking that
you.
way.
So
I
I'm
would
glad
say
you
you were
agree with me
thinking
that
that
you was
way,
just
but I
giving us
agree with
word
it.
salad with doo doo dressing. I'm glad that you finally admit that
Yeah, that's
that's
what
what
you
you
were
offer to
doing,
everyone.
Dex. That's what you were
I'm
doing.
glad that you're saying that.
And
I'm
then
glad
and
you
then
finally came around
you
and
know
you
what,
admit.
Mia? And then they was like, "Oh, I don't believe he's really that way." I'm like, "Yo, y'all think I'm gonna come on here and lie to y'all? I'm gonna be honest with you. I will. I will come on here and lie to y'all because why not? But I'm also not gonna fake who I am either. I said
No,
some things that they didn't agree with, but I mean, it doesn't change that it's factually true. So, Dex, I'm glad you're speaking again. So, again, you pointed out the two things that I said, but you left out all the context. Can you tell me
Can
why
we
that?
start over or
Leave Dex
something?
yeah,
alone.
I,
Leave
I don't
Dex
yeah, I'm
want
not,
alone.
yeah, I'm not
no,
Okay,
engaging.
okay,
no. You
sure.
and
I'm not
Dex
We
are
can start
done.
over.
You and
We
Dex
I'm
are
can
not.
done
start
for
over.
the day.
Yeah, we're not engaging in that no more.
God
That's
damn.
enough doo doo dressing.
Okay, yeah, we can start over. Starting over is good.
Yeah.
Fathers abandoned their kids because they didn't want them, and some Jezebel forced them upon him. That's why.
Not to start over with the same sentiment.
I didn't call them Jezebels before. They Jezebels now.
Lord.
But then the thing, so it was a couple things. It was something that was said earlier that I think need to be touched on. Um, when we think about the way that men excuse away the fact that, or the way men excuse for themselves or for other men why they would abandon their children and how they understand it, it's a couple things that happen. Men do understand that abandonment is a form of abuse, but they also want to justify it because of the same reasons. Like the reasons are not unique, they're not different, they're all the same. And it's always, even when you try to give an alternative, it's gonna be a pushback. So when we think about the courts, it's like, oh, I don't want to fight for custody because generally speaking, the woman is going to get custody. I believe pushing that narrative, like continues to push that narrative. I know, right, Gigi? I'm back, Gigi. But people pushing that narrative teaches the men who are already planning to abandon their children that hey, there's what is it? A preemptive excuse that you can make. There's a man somewhere right now about to make a baby, and in a year or two, he's going to abandon the baby because he already knows that the court is going to say no. So he's not going to go to court. He's not going to fight. He's just going to leave and move on and get another woman pregnant. So it's like men do not even attempt to set custody. I'm not like take it before you go to court. Men already got it in their mind that it's a status quo. So they are not even trying. They're leaving the relationship a lot of times after they cause the relationship to be ruined. They're gonna leave with their garbage bag and game without the child right now. They're not gonna even say, hey, look, it seems like we're parting ways. I think it's best for me to leave. How are we gonna manage co-parenting with this child? I want to have access to my child. What do we need to do? What's going on? They're not even having that conversation. They don't know that bald-headed baby. They don't want to know that baby, and they don't give a fuck about that baby. They can't once they're done with you, they can't wait to get out of there. They leaving everything but that game and a bag of clothes.
Mia, you just took what I said and made it real long.
So I agree with you, and then I think also like there's men out there that for some reason believe they could just talk to the kid when the kid's an adult. Like I've heard so many men say, "Oh well, when my kid turned 18, I'm just gonna tell him the truth." So I think that they believe in their mind that they can go and manipulate their kids into disliking the person who cared for them. Like when their child turns 18, they believe they're going to say it was your mom's fault, and then like go into that whole spiel, which does not work. It doesn't work, and it makes your kid look at you like you're just a child.
But it's still the same. But what you mean? I agree, but listen, and even that, like that's why bitter baby mama is a negative connotation. And men who are the bitter baby daddies can just say, "Oh, my baby mama bitter," and everybody like, "Oh yeah, you're right." But guess like what you mean? Mine was longer. What I mean?
I mean, you said the same thing I said. They're when people say, "Oh, they didn't even fight," yeah, because of status quo. There's this status quo, and men are aware of it. So rather than go through the whole fight, they'll agree. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you can get custody. This is what we see, and people argue. Oh, how much court cases go before the judge? It doesn't get that far because of status quo. Men are aware that women will get the children. In most cases, like they tell you this whenever you're going through mediation and all of that stuff, they'll tell you, okay, well, look, based on the factors, the determining factors, and depending on what state you're in, it can be anywhere from 12 to 20, you know?
But hold on, that's not what I said. Maybe the reason why mine was longer is because I'm saying something different.
No,
I'm
no, you,
no. I'm not saying that it's an actual status quo. It's not a status quo. Men have told men like imagine 6 generations of men saying that they baby mama is bitter and there's no sense in fighting because they can't get the baby. So I'm just gonna leave because I'm not gonna go to court. So the first generation, then generation 2 said the same thing because the generation before them said. So now generation 3 saying it. Nobody's going to court, not because it's the actual status quo, but because they are already have this preemptive excuse that they can use. Oh no, it's not gonna work, so I'm not gonna even do it. And I'm saying that because when men go to court, they win. So yeah, it is programming. When men go to court, they win. So imagine if all these other men would have went to court, they would have won. Or imagine if the man would have said, imagine a man saying to the baby mama, this before court, before anything, hold on, our relationship, you called me cheating. We look, okay, I fucked up. I need to leave, whatever. But how we gonna divide up the custody? right? How we gonna do this? Let's get this plan right now. What works best for you? Because if you do you think, because I gotta move, I gotta go back to my mama's house. My mama stay on the other side of town. I don't want to take the kids out of school because I fucked up. So what days can I get the kids, and how much do you think I would need to pay? You know, we need to work through that through these next couple weeks. Men are not saying that. You gotta force them to get pay the child support. So it's like
Absolutely.
it's a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Like, just because if let's say a woman does have custody, right? That doesn't mean you can no longer see your child. She has custody, so you just run away for 18 years. Like, you can still get your kid on the summer. You can still work out visitations. You can still get your kids on the weekends. You can still have them after school some days. Like, just because she has physical custody and they go to school from her home does not mean you no longer can see your children.
Okay, now let's be honest,
But
right?
one thing I just want to say quickly. But on top of that, this status quo that is being said here, right? It doesn't have statistics to back that up, right? So I don't know where this status quo is coming from, because if you look at the stats, when men actually do go and fight for the kids, either sole custody or joint custody, they win majority of times, like even more than women, right? So it's actually the opposite. So it's not a status quo. It's a it's a made up status quo because men don't want to fight for it. So they make up this excuse in order not to, and create this problem that doesn't exist. Because the stats show when they do go, they actually win the majority of time. So I want to know where the status quo is coming from, and what's the numbers behind this perceived status quo.
Can I add
Sure.
something here too? Hold up, real quick. I want to add something here too, because one of the things I was talking about earlier was like, well, if they don't work out with y'all, like they ain't got nothing to do with the child or whatever. But that's the thing. Like, you can't just fuck somebody over and do them dirty and then think, well, why can't we have a healthy relationship and when we co-parent? Like, those things, like, people have feelings, and it's like, when I hear the argument that like women keep the children away from the men when the men do this shady shit, as if women are not people with fucking feelings. Like, you fucking me over and doing all this shit. Like, I find out you got other kids. I find out like you done moved on with somebody else, and you like fuck me and the family we chose we're gonna raise together. And you put it like, oh, I was just get over that because it's just a kid. And that's the thing. But men will get in their fucking feelings about the littlest thing when it comes to that. And that's just some bullshit. Like, if you want to have a healthy co-parenting relationship, part of it is being a decent fucking person. Like, your dumb ass probably wouldn't have to be in a fucking courtroom filling out paper form. Everyone act like a fucking dog. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah, well, the reality is most relationships don't end on good terms. So most people are going to be in there for talking about some form of custody. It just is what it is. Um, I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, people have feelings and they let those feelings dictate how much you deal with your children. For a lot of people, that's an issue. Um, like I say, I tell them, hey, handle it how you handle it. But to Dex, what Dex said, majority of the time, men win when it goes to trial. That is true. Again, once it's in court, a lot of places have where you have to go to mediation first. This is where a lot of people get discouraged because they're told, oh, well, here are the determining factors. This is how the judge is going to look at it. These are what the considerations the judge must make. At that point, a lot of people, again, are discouraged because they're like, yeah, well, I was out working. She got more time with the child. And that status quo is a very important one. And it don't make it to a judge. When it makes it to a judge, a lot of time man win, yes. But 85% of the time, it don't make it to a judge. So that's how that happens.
Status quo.
No,
That's
it's but he's still making a supposition that they're all getting railroaded. That's an assumption. There's no facts. There's no statistics to back it up. The only thing that's proof is that is whoever does the most with the child. And they're going to interview the child. They're going to ask questions, and if you can't answer those questions, it's going to be made clear that you were not involved in this child's life pre-breakup. That's what it is. So when you're saying after the fact, now you have to do all these things to be in your child's life, that court was like, you weren't concerned about that kid the first 5 years, 10 years, and all that. Don't try to make it up now like you want to be involved. What's your motivation? Because you didn't have that motivation prior to coming here today. You didn't give a fuck. You let that lady do everything. So now coming to the court and saying, Judge, I'm trying to be this father. You didn't do it before. That's what they're looking at. You shouldn't be worried about what happens once you get to court and after. You should have been doing those things prior to, and it wouldn't have been a conversation. It would have been 50-50. Most of the times the men don't want the 50-50. They want that same setup they had before they got to court, which is she's doing everything, but they want to find out how to pay the least or pay nothing. That's why it fucking comes that way. But all those other suppositions and assumptions you're making about they got talked out of it, they didn't get talked out of it. They got a mirror held up to them about how much they literally don't know about their kid and what they don't fucking do. And the child and the court saying, let's keep it going in that way. That's
I
the
mean,
issue.
you can phrase it however you'd like, but you have nothing to substantiate what you're saying that they're trying to avoid. There's no statistics that shows men trying to avoid child support, not a single one that's valid anyway. You might find something that some woman or some, I'm not even going to say a woman. You can find something online that somebody said, sure, absolutely. It's probably going to be a woman. Not saying it will be, but it probably will be. Saying, oh, he just doing this to get out of child support.
Well,
Show me
rationalize.
stuff
Okay, but
peer reviewed.
rationalize this. I didn't fuck with my kids prior to us coming here for custody, but now I want to fuck with my kids. So if you had them in the house in your life and you didn't fuck with them, now that it's time for custody to go a certain way, now you want to be super involved and now you want the fucking kids. So what justification is it? Why do I want my kids now when I didn't do anything when I did have them?
Sure. I can't justify it. I don't think there's a way to justify it. What I would say is we're not in the same. The situation has changed. I want to spend more time with my child now. I don't see what the issue is with that. If the best interest of the child is both parents in the child's life, I don't see how this would be problematic. Moreover, this idea that wanting to spend more time with the child to avoid some type of financial responsibility is absolutely ridiculous because let y'all tell it. And by y'all, I mean not just women, but people. Oh, the person with custody got to spend more money. Well, if you have to spend more money, if it costs more money to have custody of the child, if somebody say, hey, I want the kid more, you shouldn't be bitching about it. It's going to cost them more money, right?
Not necessarily. They want the thing is they'll want more like they'll want like shared custody, but they don't mean it after the court orders place they actually spending that much time with the children. They're just trying to avoid the money. And you can say that seems like a lot to do, but you also have people who will quit their jobs and work on the table for less money just to avoid child support. It's because like it's a level of they associated with like this control. They won't have people having control over their money.
So, I mean, I can see not wanting people to have control over what you're working for. And I agree that there are people who would quit their job and work under the table. We know that happens. Again, as I said before, yeah, that happens. I don't think it's happened majority of the time. I just don't.
Couldn't answer the question about why someone who was not involved in their child's life prior to them coming to court for custody now wants to jumpstart being the super involved dad. It doesn't work that way. If you have your kids, there's no support, y'all living together, and you aren't parenting when the child is right there. Of course, a judge is gonna look at you and be like, "Why the hell you want to fuck with this kid now? You had the kid and you didn't fuck with him. You don't know shit about this kid. Every question I answer, you can't answer. Every question I ask, you can't answer it. So no, we're not going to leave that part out and just say, I don't know why they would do that. Maybe they just want to be a dad. No, the fuck they don't. You
Okay,
didn't
sure.
want to be a dad. That's what I'm saying. I'm not missing that part. And no
I
judge
got
is
you.
missing that part. If a dad comes in there and his shit is in order and he's done everything for that kid, he's going to get the custody and it's going to go his way like the majority of the cases do once they make it to a judge. But for the ones who don't show up, it's already decided in mediation. The dad gives the child to the mom. It's because he wasn't fucking with them kids already. No man is flipping a coin and go, oh, I woke up today. Now I'm about to start dadding the fuck out this situation. Absolutely the fuck not. Because it wouldn't have to go to court. Y'all wouldn't be fighting over custody. You would already be in the child's life doing what you were already doing. The reason it's in court is because there is not an agreement between the two people. You weren't doing the thing. Somebody had to take you to court to make you do the thing, to make you have a schedule, to make you say, I'm going to get my kid and pay this amount. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't make it there.
Okay. I, shit. I'm gonna try to remember your question. Uh, what was your question again? Just,
The flip, you're saying the flip is justified, meaning they were not doing the parenting prior to, but now that it's in court for custody, now the dad is saying, I want to be in my kid's life and I want to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm saying if they weren't doing it prior to, that's why the judge is keeping it that way. And I'm asking you, why are you justifying a man saying, now I want a dad, when he didn't dad before?
okay. I don't think it matters really. What's important is that both parents are involved in a child's life. Okay, he wasn't before. This ain't then. Now ain't then. This is where you are now. At that point, you move forward.
No,
Bickering, going back and forth on what it was before. I don't see it being
but
the
in the
best
context of what
possible
we're talking about,
One
yeah,
second, Dex. Tara, what's the stat on after women divorce? How many years is it before the dad stops doing the visitation altogether? How many years do they keep it up?
Or about 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. So most of them fall off of the planet and stop seeing the kids after 2 years. So that fight about what they were going to do and how they were going to be different, they don't even keep it up. The statistics are they're dropping off in 2 years. They don't want to fuck with them kids.
and that's what, and the context we're talking about is who wants to have custody, right? Not just who wants to have like visitation or stuff like that or be involved. That's not what we're talking about. So I don't know why the goalpost is being moved. Like if, all right, now he wants to be a father, so then are you saying he should get full custody, or like you understand what I'm saying, or it's just visitation? Wait, like what is you
I don't
talking about?
think I don't think any parent should have full custody, barring abuse. If there was abuse to the child, then I could understand. But outside of that,
So
no parent should have
primary,
full custody.
without primary, when you're talking about these things, is primary.
Sure,
So
if that's the
the
abuse.
primary is who is the child is going to be with.
Yeah, again, that would
Because
be
you're looking
full.
to have a
But sure, if
stable
you
house.
use primary, then
Yeah,
you can
so
change the word.
right. No,
Sure,
but
yeah, no parent should.
no, but that's who will have the child the majority.
No parent should.
No, but that's who will have the child the majority of the time.
Again, I don't think any
So
parent should.
no, because that's not how the courts will work.
That's
That's not how that works.
you asked
Yes.
how it should be, not how it is.
No, we're
We're
talking
talking about
about
what ought to be, not what is.
no, that's not what we talk. You changing it now.
If
That's
we're
not
talking about what is, then there's no conversation to be had.
no.
We already know what it is.
No. What we're talking about is what happens. You making it seems like it doesn't happen this way.
I've not made it seem like anything. In fact, I have no clue what you're talking about at this point.
I know you don't know because you like to gaslight. I'm talking about when we're talking about the father who didn't had any interest, and all of a sudden now he's not going to get preferential treatment because again he hasn't shown. So a judge is not going to be like, well, all of a sudden he's shown, and I'm going to give him either joint custody or primary when he hasn't proved himself to be a good parent. But you think that that should happen.
Well, nobody proves themselves to be good parents, only that they aren't dangerous. And that's easy to prove.
What an idiotic statement.
I mean, listen, you can say whatever you want, bruv. If this how you cope, cope.
It's not
But
cope, it's an
you
observation. It is an idiotic
definitely cope.
statement.
When you go to court, the mother doesn't prove she's a good parent. She doesn't prove she's a safe parent. The presumption is, well, the child is alive, so she must be good enough. That's the
No, not all the
presumption.
time.
There's
There's
no
half times
that is the
no,
presumption. You don't have
not
to
all the time.
prove
No,
shit.
not all the time. No. That is not
Prove it.
that.
I can prove what
Okay,
I'm
well, prove
saying.
it.
Can you
Bring it
prove
up.
what you're
But
saying?
prove it. You burn the claim up.
And even if you did prove what you're
You
saying,
made
it
the
would be the
claim,
minority. It would be an
and you said
outlier.
you
Nobody
can
cares
prove
about
it, so prove
outliers.
it.
Dex.
I don't
Sure.
want to hear anything else but you proving it right.
Say less.
Mia, come back.
She gone again.
Wait, what? What I miss?
No,
Hey
where the
y'all,
hell you, man? What the hell is going on?
Fluffy. I stepped away. I got a visitor,
Oh, okay.
so he was y'all crashing out.
I'm not.
Every
Yeah, we know.
time Gaslight and Dex get going, I don't know. I just check out.
They be beefing. I don't know why they beef.
This beef seemed deeper than today. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what the fuck?
They beefed out.
No, no, what's going on tonight is he gets annoying sometimes when he just wastes people's time. So I just want to waste his time too.
Now,
That's all it
Or
is.
listen, we're on TikTok. We're all doing this because we have nothing else to do
So
with
I
our
was talking
time.
about you, not to you, because
Yeah, and
somebody.
I'm
So
and, I, and, I, and I'm
it
talking
doesn't. I'm
to
not
you
finished. I'm not
about
finished either.
everyone
I
else.
wasn't finished either. I wasn't finished either.
It's okay.
So
I said what I said. I
you
said
don't
what I was
need to
gonna say.
jump in there. But we didn't hear you because I talk over you. Yeah, that's all it is, Mia. Not Mia.
Oh, that's all it is. Just a little. Okay.
Yeah, because he is a bitch. I mean, so I'll just treat him
God
like that.
damn.
That's all it
God
is. He
damn.
is a bitch.
it's
So
about time y'all just meet up and fight. Like, just meet up and fight.
no,
Damn.
listen. I'm okay with intellectual violence. I'm
I
not.
didn't
I'm
see the
not.
bitch coming,
I don't
Dex.
want.
You gotta warm up to the bitch. I didn't
Like
even see that
like the
motherfucker
way
coming.
he did, the bitch was
God
like,
damn.
He is a
Sometimes
bitch.
it's a build up, and
it
I'm
was
like,
so
you just
fucking. It was
can't.
like,
My
damn.
head snapped on that one, Dex. Like, damn, wait,
No,
wait
because
a
he
minute.
That was
he
pretty
does it
mean to
all.
say.
Listen, he does it
It's an
all the
emotional.
time, and it's
It's an
boring.
emotional thing.
It does it all the time, and it's boring. Like you know what I mean? It's boring
I
because
am
it's
bored. I am bored.
yeah,
I will admit
yeah.
to that. I
It's
am.
boring as fuck because it like literally is like talking to Jordan Peterson. You know what I mean? Like it's absolutely
Damn.
He
atrocious.
would
You
intellectually
know what I mean?
dominate
For
you as
somebody to
well,
just
which
so
isn't much
because
of an
this I'm not
accomplishment.
finished. I'm not finished. I'm not
I
finished.
know,
I'll give you
but
time to finish. I'll give you time to finish. Because again, it's one of those
keep
things. It's
talking.
like when you're listening to this, it's like it's a slow burn. Like you know what I mean? Because there's no substance whatsoever. It's like eating dry corn. Like you know what? Like a whole big bowl of corn with
It was
no
good.
salt, no nothing.
The cornbread.
Just have corn. You know what I mean? No flavor. It doesn't have nothing. Not even mayo. Nothing.
All I know, y'all are chasing the hose away.
Definitely,
Damn.
definitely, we ain't had no action. Everybody sleep. Y'all
Yeah.
stop. The pivot gets boring. Like the pivot, and then you throw in like an example that pivots again, and then you move and you keep
That's
pivoting.
just Dex. He
It's
can't
boring.
stay
Like
focused.
we catch it now. I don't know if like maybe like in some other panels you can keep people like twisted up in a pretzel by like moving the point and then ask them a new point and not answer the last point. Like I know we've seen it. Like it's not as entertaining as you may think. Maybe it's fun if someone's stupid and you can keep them like twisted up and keep them confused and keep them chasing your point around. But it doesn't really work when people have learned all of these manipulation tactics. Like, yeah, we're not going down that rabbit hole. I'm not pivoting. You didn't answer the question. This is boring. That part gets boring too, Gaslight. When you think I got you, I'm just going to get you to change to this. Like, no, it's boring now. Stop.
No, I've never. I don't do gotchas. I don't find them to be entertaining enough.
Well, I'm gonna take a shower and wash off
No,
this
you're
filth.
not.
Of,
No, you're
I'm
not.
gonna I'm gonna wash off this filth of gaslight.
Nobody announces they're washing their ass unless they're
I'm
not
gonna
doing
do
it.
that now, and
No, he did.
yeah, I'm gonna take a shower. I'll be back, Mia.
All
I wasn't talking to you guys
I
now.
know, but I was
right, Dex.
talking to
Enjoy
you.
your shower. Make sure you get in that
Yes,
pool.
I definitely will because this shit is fucking nasty work
It's
right
R.
now.
Kelly the one who's gonna be giving them the shower.
Because this shit is fucking nasty work
It's
right
R.
now.
Kelly the one who's gonna be giving them the shower.
Yeah. So again, so I don't know why you're sex sexualizing me like in that
Oh
way.
no no no
That's
no!
very
You're Trinidadian.
I
I
think
know how much y'all love gold, and you're talking about showers. I figured R. Kelly be the guy to do it for
yeah.
you.
R. Kelly, listen, taking showers and bringing up R. Kelly is two different things. So you
No,
can't
no,
sweep it
not
up
when it's a
on.
golden shower. Keep
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
You're supposed to
yeah,
be this
yeah.
intellectual
All right,
dominant.
hey
No,
Wolf.
Keep up.
anyway.
All right, be careful. All right. All right, Wolf. Hey Wolf. Damn, Gaslight. What the fuck? Then this the thing that's crazy. Y'all talking about I've been missing the action, but y'all been here and I still ain't got my gift going.
Dude, they chased all the hoes away.
Damn.
We need to switch. It's time to hang this one up, Mia.
It's time to hang it up.
Yeah, hang this shit up. It's over.
Hold on. Let me see if I can trade in some of these coins. These white folk be giving me a lot of money.
I know you be going live too early, arguing with them being missing.
No. I don't argue with white.
You be going live too early, arguing with them being missing.
No. I don't argue with white folk on this live.
No, well, they be arguing with themselves.
No. People come in my live and just praise me. They don't argue.
Damn, they be arguing with themselves.
No. People come in my live and just praise me. They don't argue.
Damn.
Not on this account.
I know the other one. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No, I'm trying to see if I. No, they be giving me a lot of money on this account.
I don't want to click on something to be something inappropriate.
Please, not the Philly Muslims. Please, I'm gonna go
I'm
downstairs.
not. I'm trying to find something else. Where did Tara go? She told my she must be going live. Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
God damn it.
Yeah, they beat you to it, buddy.
Do it
Tara must
again.
be going live.
God damn it.
Yeah, they beat you to it, buddy.
Do it
Tara must
again.
be going live because she dropped.
Put it in
Do it
Discord.
again. Do it again.
Hold on. Do what again?
Make a live go.
All right. Let me see.
Just make it one gift so he can complete it.
Don't do that.
Now I'm gonna see what he talking about. I'm gonna do a bit because look here, George up in here. George always in here. George,
You know,
she
George.
went to feed that man. Shut up, George. George, you look like Medea.
There.
Thank
Live
you.
go.
I
George need to
appreciate that,
give. George need to
buddy.
pay rent over here. George, why you ain't paid your rent? Damn, you ain't paid your dues or nothing. And you'd have been up on a panel like 5 times today. Damn.
He don't never support the live. I'm
That's
trying to
not,
see. But thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you guys. Like I'm trying to see if Tara was going live.
hit her up in Discord.
Cause it said she was still in here. No, George don't never want to give no no, we need the CIA on your ass.
Tareem said, not even a heart me, not even a penny.
Nothing.
Oh,
Well, all right.
You ain't never see me live on this account?
No, you be live on your Gaslight account.
Yeah. I bother with the black folk on that live. This one, I just be doing gold stuff, like recovering gold. So it just be like a bunch of white
Oh.
folk in here watching.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is a real thing.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
I ain't
that.
gonna say I got so
y'all
much.
know I'm a nerd, so all I keep hearing is in Austin Powers, I love gold. All I keep hearing is that shit over and over.
I didn't know it was a real thing.
Oh.
What's that? Recovering gold?
Yeah, I mean, like that this page was for you really to be like you really was like it was attached to something for real. Like I thought it was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
a troll page. She said, "I keep hearing AU. What's AU?"
Gold. It's the periodic table of elements. AU is the letters for gold.
Okay, then look at y'all. Y'all academics. I ain't know a motherfucking
I say
thing.
Austin Powers. I am not an academic when it comes to metals. Absolutely not. Please, please.
All I know is H2O on that motherfucking table.
I failed that periodic table. Please believe me.
Ter-
Yo,
Wait, what you said? Go.
I don't know. You were saying something to Tara.
Yeah, I was just trying to see. Tara, where the fuck you went? I thought you was about to go live. I was like,
Man, no, let me tell you something. It's raining, okay? Just leave me alone.
oh, okay. Because I couldn't figure out.
He keeps snatching you too.
Dang.
I'm
Oh
just
my
scared to
god!
touch.
Let him off her neck.
I'm scared. Oh, let me do that.
No, RC. I mean, kinda, sorta, kinda. I get gold from electronics. That's where the name come from. Yeah, that's where the name come from. Mia, you seen the coins I made, didn't you?
No.
What? Yeah, I made my daughter her own gold money,
Really?
like pure gold coins. Yeah.
That is neat. And it's on your page?
Yeah, it's on there. I'll tag you on one of the
Yeah,
videos.
tag me. I'm gonna have to go look. Cause that is so neat. But when you said that you made your daughter them coins, the first thing I thought about was that movie Sinner and them plantation monies. I was like, not the
Can you
plantation
put
money.
a picture on it or something like
nickels.
that?
Yeah, it has her face on it.
That's pretty damn neat.
Hold on. Let me go in the house because I'm outside. I'll show you.
All right. I want to see it. And Tara, was you going live?
What you mean? No. And we gonna talk about this picture. This shit oppresses of a motherfucker. Right.
It is. The motherfuckers last night. I don't know where I got this from or why I screenshotted it, but it was a reason, and I just can't think about it. But last night, they could not even read the prompt.
Oh shit, that was crazy. And then the dude was so happy to try to read it. That shit was embarrassing.
Damn.
But that woman trying to make something. Why everybody in her face like that? Like back up, get off that woman back.
No space. Everybody on them. Everybody on the gas. Like, you don't even got no bar. Well, they low, but you gonna put it on the screen because it's not a big screen when you put it on the screen. But they need to bring back. Okay, just when I see it, I beat your box. But I can't even see. So it say, imagine how much propaganda it took to convince black women. I mean, excuse me, I'm getting worse than them. I done put a word in it, convince women that this is oppressive. I put a word in it because it's a black person up there. How much propaganda?
What's the propaganda?
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, the propaganda they say that made us when they be like, oh, y'all wanted to work instead of staying at home.
Mm-hmm.
When the fuck did black women ever stay home though?
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Staying home get boring as shit. Unless that man got some money and you like doing
and you could
like
do stuff.
Staying home is boring as shit. Do y'all know what happened when people go retire? You know how many people I seen go into retirement and within 6 months they back clocking there? That shit is boring.
I done witnessed this so many times. They back clocking in. And it's a little leverage you have. If you retire and you don't need the work, but you are working, you walk back in with a little leverage you have. If you retire and you don't need the work, but you are working, you walk back in with a little pep in your step.
They be talking shit.
You got a
They
little
be
pep in your
like
step.
late from break. They be like, "What the fuck you gonna do?" They be calling out. I work when I want.
Depending. You got a little pep in your
like
step.
late from break. They be like, "What the fuck you gonna do?" They be calling out. I work when I want.
Depending on what the job is, but I know in my job, they don't be late to work and they don't be acting crazy because they be.
Need to learn how to do is balance it throughout life. That long retirement, I don't want to be I don't want to just be in a house. I need something. Give me a garden or something. Like, I don't want to just, that shit is, I don't want to just be in a house. I need something. Give me a garden or something. Like, I don't want to just, That shit is boring. It's fucking boring.
Yeah, my mom was bored, but we keep her busy. When Tam was talking about what list she on, my mama on a whole bunch of lists. It's a whole bunch of lists that she on and approvals to go to doctor's appointments. She be busy, but you have to keep yourself busy. But the thing is, if a woman is staying at home and she gets to like have fun and hold on, let me see, let me big your box. Look how cute, so cute. Oh my goodness, so cute.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
That's so cute.
Let's fly.
That's neat. Okay,
I need
then.
my own money. I feel like Prince, what's his name? Prince from Zamunda. I need my own money. I need my own money. My own
Okay.
bills, my own gold.
What's on the bed?
Prince
Oh,
Hakeem.
I thought he was finished. My bad.
I need some Prince Hakeem money.
What's on the bag?
The family crest, our family crest, and her birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be too much information, but that's so
I covered it
cute.
up.
That's neat. That's neat. George, shut up. That was really pretty. So that's very neat. But what you said, Dark Horse, go ahead.
Nothing. I said I'm Prince Hakeem. I want my own money. I'm talking about the damn coins, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't talk about the prompt yet. I ain't know it was my turn.
Yeah, you could go ahead with the prompt.
It's the destroy the family unit is my favorite part. Us doing more, just destroying the family unit. And what it is, what they want to say is the independence is what destroyed the family unit. Not having someone dependent on you. The family unit was never a unit. It was being ran by an overseer who told you what you could buy, what you can't buy, that sort of thing. Where you're going to eat. I don't know if y'all know that. The men told the women like what they had to cook, what they could buy for the house, them and the kids. Like the level of control was more than just you didn't go to work. Like he would decide if you would get new dresses, if the kids could get new clothes. They would decide what you guys ate, where you went. Like that stuff was suffocating, like highly suffocating. So it's not smiles like this picture depicts. It's more of a small prison. I don't know. Maybe prisoners have more rights. They get to watch what they want on TV, etc. They get to go out in the yard. They get to learn. They get degrees.
I
Get
heard
other
they had a
things, right?
PlayStation.
You know, they have things. They play cards with their friends or what have you. Some of them love to cook, and then they work their way to be into the kitchen and love doing so. Like they have things. They get to pursue some passions. But being told that you can't pursue your passions, this is your new passion, which is taking care of others, is quite suffocating. So that's why the propaganda wasn't hard to get women out of that role. It was actually extending an olive branch, like, hey, you want to come get out of this slavery? They're like, yes, yes, yes. And we didn't even have to smuggle them out. We just said you have to just go to work for a little bit. They were like, I'll do all the jobs. So that's why women will say, I'll work 4 jobs because they want that freedom.
Because the propaganda is what got the woman in the household in the first place. Let's be honest. And the thing is about being a homemaker or whatever, you never off. And you don't, it's not like when you go to work and you got a schedule and you get off at certain, no, you at work when you wake up or shit when the kids wake up or when some shit need to be done. Like, and you know, it's hard enough that like working from home is a luxury, but it's also like a lot. But your work is in the home. Like you need, how do you get a vacation from that shit?
I agree. You don't, and they don't
Yeah,
want
ain't no
to.
vacation. Because
They
once
don't
that
want
nigga
to,
get
David.
no, because here's the thing: if it's a nuclear family, right, your partner's going to work. When they get home, they figure they off. They're off. So it's not like they like, all right, let me take over and you get a break. No, they go take up. They're done for the day. You still running around because it's like, oh, you at home. It's easier. No, it's like you can't do shit. And then when you got smaller kids, everything you're doing is for the fucking kids. There's nothing for you.
Nope. And the part that's annoying is that the way that when we have these conversations, how they're trying to convince us that us being tied up 24/7, pulled in 1,001 directions, it's supposed to be better for us. It's supposed to give us the joy. It's supposed to be like our value is supposed to be of what we can do for other people while they're taking care of themselves and throwing money at things. And not really throwing money, but this idea that they're throwing money, is sickening to me, because a lot of times when we think about it, especially within Black units, the man needs it's not even like a maybe not. They need the woman to work. They have to have. They do not have the resources to do it by themselves. The woman has to work, so she needs to still put on this fake traditional put up this fake traditional appearance for his ego, but also have to work and clock in. Like, this shit crazy. It's crazy. And that's we supposed to be happy about it.
For the most part, I agree with you ladies saying. I really do. But in 2025, that just does not apply to all women. It's definitely a choice.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Working. Now I want to answer the prompt. Imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that this is oppressive. I don't think it took much propaganda. I think women naturally wanted to have a family and be with a man. I think now the 2025 woman, especially the BLK Black woman, she just she doesn't really too much care for a family or being with a man, or and all of that stuff, which is fine. It's your life, it's your decision. Get what I'm saying? You only got one life. Live your life how you want to live it. But I still believe that without creating life or bringing some type of life into this world, your whole living existence is
And see, that's the problem right there,
I'm
right?
not finished talking, man.
It's like, oh,
I'm
that
not.
already didn't say that shit. Then push
I'm
that shit
trying
out.
to. I've been drinking. Your whole living existence is it doesn't matter at all if you don't create another child. I'm gonna be real with you, and I feel bad for people who can't have kids because they will never know how it feels to have another duplicate of them on this world. And I'm gonna land right there.
That was stupid.
No,
Not
it
you saying that
wasn't.
stupid. No, that shit was stupid, right? So here's the thing: Black women, excuse me, always work. Always work. Matter of fact, Black women were subjugated to domestic work, where a lot of times they were abused by the wives and essayed by the husbands. But when they went home to their husbands who were unemployed or underemployed, like they wanted to still withhold that man persona, so that woman had work to do at home too. She also couldn't go tell her husband what he was happening to her because one, he couldn't do shit about it. Two, he would have took it out on her. So that was suffering in itself. Two, you can go back and read the fucking journals of women who were stay-at-home wives. Not only were they on volume, and they made fucking songs about how miserable these women were, but they were hold up, they were fucking miserable. And here's the thing: when y'all be like, "Well, shit, you want to have children, need to be in the house, whatever," that's fucking crazy. I should be able to have children, and there be a community provided to me. There should be a community in place where I can still have children and still have a motherfucking life. Y'all think, oh, this is your life journey. You need to fulfill this fucking role because like it gives you identity. That's some sad shit if that's who the fuck you are. Because you really have an identity outside of your fucking children. And when it comes down to it, this nuclear family that's set up where the man go off and do his thing, you stuck at home, ain't it. That in itself is subjugation. That you don't have to be. That's no community in place for that. You're gonna be at work. When you get home, you're fucking tired. She at home all day working. When y'all get together, y'all have nothing in common. You're not compatible. You don't fucking like each other. And that woman is overworked and it impacts the kids negatively, which is why in the 60s and we see damn near in the 70s, the children of those families fucking rebelled. The way they was able to get them people into that situation in the first place was because they grew up during a fucking Great Depression. They were just happy to fucking have something and they had to live amongst each other. It was like shit. I'd rather be here than fucking starving, knocking on somebody's back door. And you like, yeah, this is beautiful. This is what's supposed to be. Y'all motherfuckers are small minded. Y'all don't look at like the history of the country, and you don't look around the fucking world. You just got this narrow view of what's supposed to be.
I don't understand how you you're mad at me for a different. Not mad at me personally, but
Yeah, I never
you,
said mad. You no no no
no.
no no no
Let me
no no
let
no
me
no
let me get
no.
it
Ain't
out.
nobody mad though. Don't miss no no no. I ain't mad because if I was mad, you would know I'm mad.
All right. Well, I don't understand how you don't agree with me for my
I just told
opinion.
you why I broke it down.
So,
Well, that's inaccurate, and I
What part?
also
No no no. What part of it was inaccurate? Because I said a lot of things.
the part about the '60s and the '70s and baby boomers
What
and
part
all
about the
that.
60s and 70s was that inaccurate? Tell me which part.
Or you said the kids were easily influenced and stuff like that,
No,
but
no,
you
no, no.
thought
I
the
said the kids rebel, which is why we
rebel,
had
yeah,
women getting
yeah.
raped in the
But
70s because
that's
they
what
grew up
I.
in those households.
But
Hold up, pause. No, because you're lying. No, the kids who grew up in them households where the fathers was hitting on the wives and everybody was on fucking candy or drunk and knew like what it looked behind the fake smiles and behind the fucking closed doors. They was like, no, fuck this. We don't want this for our lives.
you don't know what you want for your life. But look,
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
say
Tell me, no, no, no. Tell me how that is inaccurate, 30. How is that inaccurate?
it wasn't happening in all households. Let's just say
No,
that.
no, no. I never said it happened to all households. Tell me how what I said is
But when you
inaccurate.
throw a generalizing statement out there,
I'm
you
not
generalizing
generalizing the statement. No, no,
all
no, no. I'm stating something that happened. That's not a generalizing statement. It is a reality that the next generation after the housewives of the late 1940s and 1950s rebelled to the point where women end up getting rights to own their own property and have jobs and be able to save money in a bank account. That fucking happened. Why do you think that happened?
It happened because of the war, at first and foremost.
No, the war after the war is when women were pushed out of the workforce. Those women worked during the war. They was pushed out of the workforce, and I think 2 to 3 years later, after the war had ended, most of the women who was in the workforce had got pushed out.
Look, let me tell you something. If you don't want to have no babies, Tara, don't have no babies, bro.
No, 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 no. You
Ain't
said
nobody
I was
force.
inaccurate
Ain't
and you
nobody
lied.
forcing
That
you.
was no, 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 no. No, but you can't have no baby. You can't push no baby out that asshole. You can't have no baby. So what are you talking about?
It takes my sperm to make one, but that's
No,
my
no, no. But
seed.
the
My
thing is,
seed.
you can't. It don't matter if it take your fertilizer. You can't have a baby. So when y'all be like, "Well, damn, I need to have a baby," y'all niggas can't have babies. Of course, you like, "Damn, I need to have a baby." You
I
can't
don't.
make up. You can't make a baby 30.
I can't. I can't. You're right. You're exactly right. I can't physically make a baby. However, the woman that I get with, blessed enough, she'll make a baby for me and for us. So if you don't want to have children, that's fine. But there's no need to, further motivate other women not to have children.
So I'm further motivating other women not to have children because I
Yeah,
said
that's
what?
what all you guys do. That's what
What
all
did I
this.
say? What
What's
did I
all these
say? Hold up.
misandrous talking
What am
points
I
are?
saying? Because like, if I am, I love that. Tell me what part I was saying so I can repeat it again.
All of it, everything you spew out of your deep ass throat. It's the reason why.
Well, you feeling
Motherfucker,
froggy today, huh?
I said what I
That's
said.
that fuck. You got that liquid courage. You want to say something?
Leave me alone, Tara.
Not leave you alone. You came for me.
All I said was you had a deep ass throat.
No, no, no. Don't be worried about my throat, nigga. Worry about your motherfucking throat. And
I
them
ain't got.
fucking throat
I ain't. I
noises you
ain't got no.
making.
I ain't got no throat. But look, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, if you don't want to have any children, I'm telling this to all of y'all ladies up in here. All
Anybody
of
listening
y'all.
to you
I
though?
don't care if they ain't listening or not. They gonna hit me. Listen. All of these misandrous talking points y'all try to push across these platforms is negative.
30. You just drunk telling women what they need to
It's
do.
negative.
No, no, no. Go sober up first.
I'm sober. I'm sober. It's
I don't
negative.
know.
I am sober. It's negative. It's hurtful, and it is. It's
It's
not helping.
hurtful.
It's
Who's
hurtful, and
getting
it's
hurt?
not. Stop
Who's getting
talking.
hurt? Who is hurt? Who is it hurting, 30?
You're hurting the man and women's image online. But let me say
What?
this. Yeah,
Hold up.
you
You showed up drunk and I'm hurting the image?
you heard what I said.
I
Look,
heard you say what you said and it sound
I'm
ridiculous.
not drunk, man.
No,
But
you said it yourself.
I said, I'm
I
tipsy.
can
I
hear
ain't
you
drunk.
breathing through the phone. That
I'm
shit
I'm
hitting.
MD 2020 is when I was 13 years old. Nobody do that shit no more. But look, I'm tell you something, bro. I just want to let you know though, real talk though. All of y'all ladies, y'all do this. Right? It's like every day. It's like kind of like a clock every damn day, every minute. Y'all got some type of prompt or some
Every
type of
day, every
something
day, to
every
yesterday,
day.
today, and tomorrow, the next
Yeah,
day,
y'all
and the
will
day
continue.
after that. It ain't
Y'all,
shit
and
you can
look,
do about it.
y'all little
It
movement.
ain't nothing you can do about it.
Y'all,
And guess
y'all.
what? It's more women. It's more and more women with the same fucking post every day, the next day, and the day after. It's more of us every fucking day.
And anyways, like I said, dog, this ain't gonna go nowhere. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna go nowhere. Y'all need to cut it
No,
out.
it's definitely going somewhere.
It's not
We
going
were talking about
anywhere.
the trend the other day. It's definitely going
It's
somewhere.
gonna go in nothing but y'all
No,
circles.
no, the birth rate declining. It's
It's not cause
declining.
it's
It's
not
less
cause of y'all.
babies.
It's
No, no,
not cause of
no.
y'all.
It's listen. It don't matter. It's declining. It's on the decline.
If it wasn't affecting you, you wouldn't be up here fighting against it because it would be no fight because it wasn't working. But it is, which is why you're here every day.
I have a
Because
child.
if what you said
I have a child.
were true, that it was not
I have
making
a
an
child.
impact, and that
I
everything
have a
is
child.
exactly the same, and women are still pairing up and doing all the things you want them to do, there would be no reason to fight it because there would be no fight.
Okay. Like I said, I have a child, so it really doesn't affect me. But for the younger brothers who don't have children and they got to deal with the women that you guys are torturing with this information, then guess what? It's
Torturing is wow.
it's it's unfortunate. You
Hold
know
on,
what I'm
who's being
saying?
tortured?
All these young ladies that you guys are putting your witchery behavior on.
They like it. The women like it.
Anyways, like I said, y'all.
They
They told
like
me they like it.
it. They like it. We sorry.
Of course of course they like it. They don't know better, but
Not they don't know better. No, you
it's
don't know better.
it's
You don't know
unfortunate.
better.
I know a lot, and
No, you don't know
I
better.
know y'all need to stop perpetuating this BS, or else
Or what?
you heard what I said.
What you gonna do about it?
I got something for y'all.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna do something that's
You
gonna
ain't
make.
gonna do shit.
I'm gonna do something that's
Ain't
gonna make.
nothing you can
I'm
do.
gonna do
You
something
can't
that's
do
gonna make.
nothing about
I'm gonna
it.
do something that's gonna make me feel real good.
You ain't gonna do
Uh-uh.
shit.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
It's gonna make me feel real good too. So I
Do
suggest
I need
y'all
to call the
stop.
police?
Yeah, we need to call the cops.
I need to call the police.
We call it Alabama PD on this motherfucker.
I don't know what y'all talking about. All I said was
I
y'all
need to
need to
call the
stop it or else.
police. Yeah, I need to call the police.
Go and call them. They gonna be like, "What are you reporting, man?"
A threat. What you talking about?
I ain't.
Call
You
internet
said that.
crimes. The
You
FBI got an
you
internet
said,
crimes
hey
division. They
hey
can
you said
IPS and
that.
swat your house. You
Hey
keep
you
playing
said
around.
hey you said that. I ain't say that.
No, it's recorded.
I ain't say nothing about no THREAT.
You up here threatening us.
He
Man, cut it
threatens
out.
because there ain't shit he can do about it.
I know what I can do about it.
If you got a child, what you worried about it for?
Because y'all harming these young black men, bro.
I
Harm
told you one band, one peen. I told you there's only one penis in the whole of the world. The collective peen idea. The way y'all fight for other niggas' penises will never, ever, ever get old.
Where y'all
Never
fight for
get
other
old. You
women's
be like, it's
coochies.
not me, it's the other man. It's you. It's you.
The way
Because you're
y'all
not
fighting
worried
for
about
other
no other
women's
man's
coochies.
penis. You're worried about your own. Yours is dry, but you blame it on other people. I get plenty of women. I got babies. I got it all. I'm worried about other man's dick. No, you're not.
The
It's
way
you, sir. You're
the way
not worried
y'all
about. And if you are worried about the next man's penis, that's a different conversation we need to have. Otherwise, don't worry about what the men doing, because it's probably you. You're talking about yourself. You're just putting some masked man over there. It's this other guy that you're hurting. No, you're the one that's hurt.
He hurt. He
Real bad.
bitter.
him, not the babies.
He bitter.
said the fighting for other women's vagina. So y'all fighting for other women's vagina? Okay. I ain't bitter.
It sound bitter to me.
I just not bitter. Hey.
Not foaming
And
stuff.
And another thing what I like to do is go out where it's sexy and try to let
Can't
a
hear you,
black
man. We
man
can't
something
hear
that
you.
he, they the worst type. They black women. You can hear me now, can't you?
Yeah, your signal was going out.
You can hear me now.
I've been drinking since I've been on live, and I ain't drunk and slumped over like you. That's crazy. Y'all got problems. Y'all addicted. Y'all got addictive personality. No, why you don't like Tam? Cause Tam be telling the truth.
What I gotta do to get blocked?
Trust me, Tam don't give a damn.
Sam, what I gotta
Be
do to get blocked?
disrespectful.
Tell me. Give me the
Yeah,
script.
disrespectful woman. How
Damn.
to give
I just told you you share a penis with every man
also
in the
Tam be
world.
harassing me other
And
people.
that's not
Another reason why I
disrespectful
blocked her
enough.
is because she be harassing me. She harassing me. Well, I know that's not true. Cut it out, Shawty. I've been blocked you. I blocked your ass. You blocked me a month ago. I didn't even know you a month ago. That's first things first. So you knew of me before I knew of you. And guess what? I
You
blocked
think
your
you
ass
did?
immediately.
You think you did? Because you do know that
Immediately.
only one person can block the
That
other.
says a lot about
And
you.
it's only one of us that's gonna have the option to unblock. You won't even be able to pull my profile up. So do you want you know I keep a good receipt.
Damn.
Oops.
Damn.
In fact, let me shut you all the way the fuck up.
Let me see.
Hello?
Stupid. Ooh.
Oh, Tam, don't let him do it.
Ooh,
Hello?
he almost ooh.
You love
Hello?
receipts.
Oh,
Can I have
let
the
me
big
get you.
box, please?
Hold on. Damn, hold on, Tam.
Dumb
'Cause
dummy.
I can't see it, so I gotta big myself. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. No, let me just go to his profile. Hold on. I'll just go so y'all can see it.
Cause 30 up here lying.
He's a liar. Only one of us would have that option to unblock. It ain't you.
I
It
blocked
ain't
her.
you, stupid. No,
No.
stupid.
I
I,
blocked
I got you
her.
on this 30 page and I blocked you on your little stupid 50 page. You blocked on both.
I don't know you though. But
Stupid.
I don't know you. So I blocked you
He's giving
because
dumb.
you knew of me.
He's giving stupid.
Oh,
I can't stand his
Damn.
ass.
Weirdo.
You're giving
Shut up,
dumb.
bitch.
You're giving dumb.
Why you calling her a bitch?
It's okay. Because I already know I'm 30 is good.
Cuz she is a bitch.
And good. And the biggest bitch you ever seen.
Nah,
She
you
ain't
ain't the
even said
biggest bitch
nothing
I
to you.
seen.
So you up here drunk and being
You
disrespectful. Why?
Be a good boy. Be a good boy. Fall in line. You my bitch. There we go.
That's what I'm talking about, Tam. Get his ass. I'm trying to encourage you to curse this bitch out. Curse this punk out. Cause that was crazy. Tam don't even be talking like that. Diabolical. Somebody said 30 submit. He already submissive.
Me. This is the third time this week somebody tried to lie on me. And forget that receipts are very easy to get. Like, are we serious? Are we okay? Is everything okay at home?
I don't think so. Tam. I don't think so. But I'm glad you was able to come up here and prove he was lying, because that's what they be trying to triangulate us against each other. And then it's like, this ain't the 90s no more. We don't believe y'all.
That's
We
weird.
don't care. We not trying to preserve friendships with or relationships with the men. We girl code for real.
My thing is, if you can't stand what we saying so much, why you always over here?
Say it again.
He
That's my
love
biggest
it.
question. Like, why don't you block? I block y'all because I don't like y'all. I don't like to be around y'all. I don't like talking to y'all. So I block you. What in the hell is this?
That look weird.
What is that?
Y'all know what's interesting? Men always post the most unflattering pictures of they women.
Why would he do that?
Go watch it. Go look at the man who telling his woman happy birthday or happy Mother's Day or happy Hanukkah, whatever it's called. Them motherfuckers gonna have her looking stupid.
He would say, "Oh my God, what is that?"
That
I
was
don't want to.
that was hard. That was a horrible picture. That's what it was.
It was
Like
rude. It was rude. She probably didn't ask to be on here like
I'm
that.
bet her.
And
I didn't say happy Monica. I meant to say Hanukkah.
Yeah, but she don't. You don't.
the fuck?
I think about this situation. The
What the fuck is happening?
yeah, and I've been on.
I love the fact that something is working. Something is working against it.
Me
My
and Tara, no matter
ancestors
what you talk
are
about. Niggas, this
strong.
talk
They're
about.
saying, "Shut your mother mouth." Oh, I love them for that.
This man losing it.
Come on, ancestors.
Anyways, like I said, y'all, I come over here to support Mia and Tara. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
You just
Reptile
mentioned
face
my
ass
name.
girl. You mad cause my
You
girl
just
look better than
mentioned
you?
my name.
Shut up.
You shut
Shut
up.
up. You mad cause
You shut up.
yeah, because you talking about me in the comments.
What did I
That's why
say
I
about
mentioned
you
your
in the
name.
comments? Or did I say
The
this is
fuck?
embarrassing?
Anytime you
What did
talk
I
about
say
me in the
about you?
comments, I'ma
What
mention
did I
your
say
name.
about you in the comments?
You heard what the fuck you said.
I heard what the
And
fuck
this
I
ain't the
said in the
first time you done
comments.
been in the live talking crazy about me in the comments.
I heard what the fuck I said in the
Well, you
comments.
know what the fuck you said.
What did I say? Come on, eat me up. What did I say?
You know what you said.
What did I say?
Man, stop, man.
Read it. Sound it out. What did
I
I
don't
say?
want to touch you.
Read it. Sound it out.
You had to put the bottle
Let me
down.
go up in the comments.
Okay, you take your time. Ooh, child.
This is crazy.
You said it.
What did I say?
You said
Sound it
he's
out.
odd.
Sound it out.
Didn't you say he's odd?
What'd
You
you
said
you breaking
you
up? My
said
ancestors
he
are
is
working
odd.
hard. What'd you say?
He is gonna fall asleep soon. He gonna be snoring.
What'd you say?
It's his service. It's breaking up.
I heard that they drink like this, so they'll have like blackout sleep, so they demons can't attack them while they sleeping, and they won't remember what.
Really?
Probably so.
Well, yeah,
That's
they be trying to drink. They
wild.
be like, I can't drink. My mind going through all the fucked up shit I did. I can't get no peace, so they'll drink until they get like blackout drunk. So
Is
they
that what they mean when they say they fighting demons?
They don't want to fight their demons tonight, so they'll get super drunk, so they can sleep and black out.
That's what you said. You said he is odd. That's
That's
what you
what you
said.
hanging your. That's what you hanging your head on.
Oh,
Lord, that's what it is. I thought Tim was about to get canceled.
Hold on, we did a
that's so funny.
that earlier on the crash show.
That is funny.
And we won because he crashed out. He
Crash
came
out.
back up here to crash out, just in case we forgot.
Oh, somebody else?
No,
That's his
30.
thing. Crash show.
Oh, well,
He's a mellow person when he high off that grass, but when he drink, he get to the mean violent kind of dude. So it's depending on what substance he on how he gonna act.
Man, y'all stop playing on me, bro. Y'all stop playing on me, bro. I ain't one of them, bro. I
This
really
is
step
pure
on shit. I really step on shit in
comedy.
real life, bro.
Step on
Stop playing with me.
stuff.
Stop playing. I'm not one of these guys, bro.
What guys?
I'm
You gonna
not.
step on this little foot? You gonna
I
step
ain't
on?
gonna. I ain't gonna step on you, Mia. You a sister.
Y'all remember on the Land Before Time?
Yes, Littlefoot. I instantly thought of that movie. Oh my
And
god.
he
I'm gonna
reminded
tell
me
you
of
something,
Petrie.
bro.
Wasn't that other thing named Petrie? The little
Petrie.
bird.
Hey,
Petrie.
hey, I
Dex,
ain't come. I ain't
Dex,
come
come
up
get
here.
your son.
30, come on with the crash. We tired of the crash
We
outs, 30.
tired. We exhausted.
Damn.
I ain't even crash out yet.
That was such a cute movie.
It was. I love Land Before Time. I
I
cried. I cried.
Hmm.
I ain't crash out yet.
Oh
You
Lord.
crashed
I ain't
out on
crash
Tam,
out
and
yet.
Tam don't even bother you.
Tam do bother me. She harasses me all the time. If I'm
What?
in another room and
No,
she in
she
that room, she'll
don't.
harass me. She
Every
harasses
day
What
me,
you
bro.
got an
harassment
She
do I
enemy.
literally.
Hold
do?
up.
Please help me
Every day you
understand.
got a different enemy, 30.
I ain't got no.
Every day is a different
Let me tell you something.
person.
I don't
I
have
mean, if
any
Dex was
enemies,
up
Shawty.
here,
This is
you'd be
TikTok.
fighting with Dex.
Hey, look. This TikTok ain't none of y'all my enemies, bro. I don't care.
No,
I
you
don't
gotta
care for
stop
y'all like
crashing
that.
out. This shit getting old. This shit is concerning.
I don't want to see Land Before Time.
I don't even care for y'all like that to look at you like an enemy. Did y'all get y'all father a gift for Father's Day? No. Some of y'all don't even know y'all dad. Let's call up a. Let's play this game. Let's see who gonna
No,
call up
you
their dad
call
and
up your
answer first.
daddy. Call your dad. Call
Some of
your
y'all don't even know
daddy and
y'all
you
dads.
win.
My
No,
daddy
call your
sleep.
daddy.
He sleep.
Oh.
I know I can call my mama though. My
No, we
mama
know you
wake
can
up
call your
anytime.
mama.
My mama, a beautiful woman. She look way, but my mama look better than Tam. My mama old. She look better than
Mommy
Tam.
for Tame is crazy. You're not gonna take the bait, 30. You might as well go ahead and find you some
So
Indian
weird.
food and crash out.
Why
I
I gotta
don't know
crash
why you
out?
gotta crash out, but you keep crashing out.
I ain't no
No,
crash
30,
out, bro. I just be
you the
saying what's on
crash
my
out
mind.
king. You got that one.
No, I just say what's on my mind. A
No,
lot of
30,
people
you be
take my
crashing
words,
out. You comparing your mother to
bro.
Tam? Like what the
That's
fuck?
weird. That's why I said he's odd. I was accurate in my assumption.
Ma'am, you're definitely not even. So
Tam not
calm down.
taking the bait. Go find you some nigga to argue with.
I ain't trying to argue with her. She ain't a real op. My ops passed away.
Y'all don't find this like pure comedy, and not. I'm not even talking about just him. Just
No,
these
no, this
dudes
shit
on this
getting
app.
old, Tam. This shit stopped being funny months ago.
I c- damn. You think it's a mental health crisis?
I think it's the shit he on.
Damn.
I ain't on shit. I'm just chilling. Y'all just mad because y'all and the nigga like me ain't gonna let y'all run him over and talk to him crazy. That's what y'all
I hope
mad
your
about.
girlfriend's safe.
She's very safe, very protected.
I could blow right now and you will fall over. Shut the fuck up. Protected how?
Yeah, and cut it out. Real niggas make the world go around.
What? In other news, it's Pride Month, y'all. We are still in it.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Single Mother's Day.
Period.
It's not your day, and I wish they
How
would
did y'all
separate
celebrate
Father's Day.
y'all's
They need to
day, Tara? Or
I
who
spent
celebrate
some
is?
Father's
quality
Day in
time
July.
with my child.
Mm-hmm.
Spent
What's the
standing on
point of having
niggas'
Pride
necks
Month?
today. It was great.
Oh,
I just
Dark,
want to
you
figure out
did
what's the
get
point of having
you got
pride
what you
though.
wanted earlier today. You right. You said it. You said it. That was your gift. I'm glad you got that entertainment because that was crazy. That was not on my bingo card earlier. I laughed about that. And you
Wait,
got
y'all, I just gotta hold on,
Why
y'all. I
y'all? Why
came back
y'all
to the phone. I
celebrate?
got a
Why?
violation. What was something said that?
Uh
What
oh.
the hell?
Not me this time. That's
Ain't
all
nobody
right.
say
Apple
nothing.
just gave me the doom 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 sound, which means go to bed.
But I don't know. But yeah, I got a
Bye.
violation, y'all. Talking about harassment. What the fuck?
Folks
It's talking
so
Those
about
lame, bro.
violations,
Dirty.
usually when you in the live, they go away though.
who is it wanting you to drop?
no. It just said it did the violation warning for harassment, but I don't know if it said. Oh, maybe 30 said something. But yeah, I might come back, y'all.
I
I
didn't
might come
say
back on my
nothing,
backup on my Drinker page. No,
All
bro.
let
right,
me
Listen,
drop
I
it and
didn't
then I'll
say
come back on
anything.
my Drinker page, y'all.
all right.
All right.